causing some stop-and-go traffic. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency crews on the roadways. Westbound on the beach line still slowing down before Dallas Boulevard from that earlier accident. No lanes are getting blocked, though. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
It's spring. Time to refresh your ride. Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change for trusted service and expert vehicle care in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed. Spring into savings at VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Quick, easy, drive starts here.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules. One man, one microphone, 8 hard-ass questions, and enough fun to light up your whole week. It's Fritz on the Street. Catch it live Thursdays at 1 p.m. on The News Junkie. Sponsored by that mortgage guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. It's tournament season and your trade could be the #1 seed. Trade values can swing by thousands depending upon where you go. But at Greenway Kia, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete head-to-head to win your trade. That bracket-style competition could mean up to $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value. Explore one of the area's largest Kia inventories at greenwaykias.com. More inventory, more competition, more money for your trade. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinance. Expires 4/5/26.
The world's best bull riders. One shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. This weekend from Albuquerque, only on Paramount Plus.
There's something for everyone at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Come face to face with more than 800 animals. Discover new lions and sea hyenas like never before at our largest, most immersive animal habitat expansion, Lion and Hyena Ridge, opening this spring. Then fuel the rush on 8 thrilling coasters. Sip and savor over 100 flavors at the all-new Food, Wine, and Garden Festival. Select dates March 6th through May 10th. Busch Gardens, where wonder meets wild fun. Buy a Busch Gardens Fun Card, get Adventure Island free for only $99.99. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. And that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
The podcast Love Trapped examines how former Bachelor Clayton Echard's one-night fling spiraled into a paternity scandal. Through interviews and investigation, the podcast follows his fight to expose the truth with the help of strangers and citizen sleuths.
The whole fear behind this is like, first off, I don't believe you. But if by chance you actually got pregnant, I'm not afraid of how many kids. I'm afraid of you.
Listen to Love Trapped on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Love Trapped and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
When disasters like floods, fires, or storms strike a commercial property, operations can come to a standstill. If you're looking for a quick response to get your property restored, minimal interruption, that's when Paul Davis Restoration steps in. For over 50 years, we've restored buildings and confidence with fast response and expert recovery. Our goal? Reduce downtime and keep your business moving forward. Learn more at orlando.pauldavis.com. Paul Davis Restoration. When things go wrong, we do what's right.
Check it out, guys. GiveMeTheVin.com is also the best place to sell your classic or collectible. Whether it's one car or the entire collection, they want your muscle car, your hot rod, your old square body pickup. They love buying resto mods. It's as simple as going to GiveMeTheVin.com and entering your car's VIN number or license plate number. You'll get an offer on your car in minutes that's always well above any dealer quote. Stop at one of the locations or they'll come to you. It's easy and it's fast. GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday. Let's do this Monday. ZzzQuil Pure Z's. Just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, March 23rd, 2026. Lots to get to today, from a plane crash in New York to Justin Timberlake's DUI footage is hilarious, and TSA lines as long as 4 hours cause airport chaos, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina. Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Good. How about you?
Good. Welcome back, everybody. We got a lot of stuff to get into today. I'm going to be honest with you. I am not escaping the plane junkie allegations today on the show.
There's a lot going on. There's
no
I kind of feel bad playing the thing today.
Yeah.
I mean, I woke up to see Amy Kauffeld's tweets, and she's posting, and she's talking about 4-hour lines. 4-hour lines at the airport. And I'm going, God almighty, imagine this. Imagine that's the case you're stuck in. And we'll see exactly what was happening at these airports, and we'll get in touch with our friend Amy Kaufeld a little bit later on in the show. Right now, let's start as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to, of all places, QVC, everybody.
Ooh. Whoa, right. Okay, that's still a thing?
Yeah. What quality value channel? I don't know. QVC. I used to... My mom used to watch HSN every once in a while, which I remember distinctly was the Home Shopping Network.
Yes.
All right, that's what that one was. But the rival was QVC, and I don't even know what the hell that stands for. I know the brand QVC very well. And they used to sell stuff. Well, I guess they still do, actually. They used to sell stuff on television, and all the meemaws and peepaws, bloop, bloop, oldos will go by on the channel. And they'll be like, whoa, we got a great deal. Check this out. It's the brand new fork. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever they're selling. Forks and clothes, I guess. But there was a call that came in because they take calls over on QVC. And the lady, well, she was a bit of a character. So, let's listen in. Here we go. Let's do this together.
And with the submarine story,
I wanted to tell you that I got that peasant blouse with the tassels.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I used to wear the tassels on my pasties.
All right, we'll stop here, right? Yeah. Because I've never heard anybody say tassels.
Tassels on my pasties.
Well, and unless they were like British, like, oh, she had great tassels.
I've always heard tassels, right?
Yeah.
Like those little the swingy things that like a cowboy's outfit might have on it, you know? And somebody says quality, value, convenience. Is that it? Okay, all right. I gave it a shot. I did the best I could. But this lady calls up QVC and she's like, the outfit you had with the tassels? The tassels, I used to have them, and the people on the show don't know how to react to this old lady talking about tassels on her pasties.
Now, here's the second part. You all know what pasties are?
Yeah, like nipple pasties. Yeah, you cover up the center right there.
You're a fan of the strip clubs in Florida. You're very familiar with pasties because they can't show full nip.
Ever seen any with tassels on them, though? Or no?
Yeah, it was a fun night, but a long time ago.
Well, here we'll go back to it because the ladies are like, what do we do?
And with the submarine
I
story.
wanted to tell you that I got that peasant blouse with the tassels.
Yes.
And I used to wear the tassels on my pants.
Yeah. Got the peasant blouse with the tassels. With the tassels.
Pasties. Do you know what pasties are?
Okay.
The other lady on QVC just ditched the host. She hung up every one of the shirts and blouses that she had in her hand quickly in succession. That's what that tink tink you hear is. That's her putting all the rest of the clothes that she was going to hung. Yeah, right. Watch her right here. Right.
My pasties. Do you know what pasties are?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's gone. She hangs up all the shirts. Yeah,
Do you know what pasties are?
Yes, I'm going to do.
Okay, well, I had tassels on my pasties.
Marianne, I just want to say this. You are my emotional support diva. Okay, you have just made my whole entire day. Mary's walked off. She's dead on the couch.
I'm having therapy with Marianne right now.
Marianne is...
The other host is laying down on the couch. She can't take what's going on.
If they had more of this, QVC would have no struggle whatsoever. Ever again.
Yeah, they're like, you know how we can bring in some people? Let's just go wild. Let's drink a bottle of wine before our QVC show, and let's open the lines to some absolutely deranged old ladies with tassels on their pasties. And they just completely lost it.
My sister from another mister.
I have never, Marianne, you made my year.
All right, there she goes. Good times over on QVC with the tassels on the pasties. The tassels.
I am 50-50 on trying to figure out what that lady looks like that called in. Like, do we want to see the tassels on her pasties?
Still a hottie to this day. Still wearing them. Still absolutely rocking them. Doing her whole
closer to her
thing.
knees, I'm sure.
Maybe so.
I think the kind of person who calls QVC and the kind of person who ends up on the television show Neighbors, I think there's some overlap there.
My God. I also watched the episode you guys were talking about last week, yesterday.
Oh, did you watch the newest one?
Have you seen the season finale?
Oh, I had to take a moment after the naked guy.
Oh, you ain't seen no naked yet.
Are you serious? You're talking about the guy from San Diego and moved to Florida?
Yes. Okay, that's the latest episode. Yeah, the one we were talking about was the one from last week, which also had some nudity in it. But the new episode of Neighbors on HBO this week with this guy who wears this bright yellow thong.
Way too small.
And all of his neighbors hate him, and he's like 70-something years old, and he's this wild, out of control, crazy guy. And then they send him over to a nude resort in Florida from California because they're like, this is where you belong. You're going to be in your element, man. And he flies out there and falls in love with another nudist who might be in her 30s or 20s or something. And oh my God, Courtney was like, this is the greatest hour of television I've ever seen in my entire life.
And can I tell you, I have in our group chat never sent, hey, C-Lane, do you know how I can access the gallery of Sabrina on the Job at Cypress Cove? Because I couldn't find it anywhere and had to explain to my lovely girlfriend, I went to one of those once. It was a real experience.
Y'all are into some weird TV over on Twitch. I'm just telling you, like, these are the things people are watching right now. Maybe not QVC, but certainly that Neighbors show. In the latest episode with a dude who wants to be, he wants to be a nudist, I guess.
I guess.
I don't know.
He thought he had a chance with the Nudist Colony 9. I would say normal 6 maybe, but she was a Nudist Colony 9.
You get extra. You get a lift.
He goes on like one date with her and then blows her phone up to smithereens.
The way they film it. This 70-year-old guy, after their date, he wakes up the next day. She goes off to college, right? Okay. She goes off to college for her lessons, and he starts texting in the morning. And this guy's like, where are you? Had a lovely time last night. How come you're not answering my text? Roses, text.
Kiss.
blowing her up. Why don't you like me? I liked you. How come you don't like me? Text.
What did I do?
70-year-old nudist man trying to get the young college nudist lady. My God, it was something to see. Holy cow.
Well done, A24. Well done.
It was something. Go check that show out, Neighbors on HBO. But I'm warning you, it's a lot. You're going to be taking in a lot of things when you watch the latest episode of that. Okay, we have so many things to talk about today, various things to get into, and we hope you come along with. You can go over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Not only can you send a dispatch, record a dispatch, it's your audio message right there on the website, but you could also pop into the new chat room, and you'll see a link there on the homepage, thenewsjunkie.com/chat. You can watch, chat, hang out with people. It's a blast of a time. We see all of you and your messages coming into the studio in real time, as I said at the intro of the show. We'll get to this plane crash in New York in a second, but let's go over to the box office real quick because there was a big winner at the box office. That ugly bastard Ryan Gosling, just a hideous monstrosity of a man. Would never leave Courtney in a room alone with that guy, just for the record.
So nice of Hollywood to keep giving him a chance despite that face.
that just monstrous appearance that he has. It's tough. But the Project Hail Mary movie with Ryan Gosling, based on a book, #1 at the box office with $80.6 million this weekend. It was trending for like 50 or 60 million. I thought it would do better than that, and it did. It got $80.6 million, followed by Hopper's The Disney Animated Feature, and then a Bollywood movie was in the third slot at the box office. Durandar or something? Durandar, The Revenge, a Bollywood movie, making 13.5 million for the full weekend.
Hot damn.
And followed by Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. Ready or Not 2 got beat by a Bollywood movie, which is kind of crazy to think about. #5 was Reminders of Him. But we went to see Project Hail Mary, and Courtney hates space movies, so I was like, this is going to go great. This is going to be fantastic. We'll go see the space movie, and Courtney, it's a 2.5-hour space movie, nonetheless. And she's going to hate this. But the movie, I'll just give you the quick premise if you're not aware. The movie is about, it's based on a book called Project Hail Mary, and it's about a science teacher who gets called up to help because the world is ending. There are some sort of like bacteria-like things that are eating away at the sun, and the sun is going to disappear or dim so much that it's not going to be effective, and everybody on Earth is going to die in like 30 or 40 years. And that's happening all over the universe, too. And so, like, whatever this bacteria
in real life, too, man.
It probably, we're all screwed, just like that. We find out about this. And so the science teacher gets called up, but he doesn't really want to go, and he ends up going out there. And in space, he meets this alien. And they did a smart thing here. So often, like, the aliens are like, oh, they look just like us, but big bulbous heads. When, if there are aliens out there, why on earth would they ever look anything like us? They came to be in a different place with different elements, with different conditions, through different evolution, I would assume, all of those things. But somebody's saying, don't spoil too much. I'm not going to tell you any of the real details, but the alien is like a spider-like thing, a rock spider-like thing in this movie with Ryan Gosling, and Courtney fell in love with the alien. And she cried like 3 times. I mean, I'm like, is she sobbing over a alien rock monster over there? Yes, indeed, she was. Yeah, there was a lot of that going on. But people were watching this and saying, and I was with them for a second until I did some research. People were saying the reason Project Hail Mary with Ryan Gosling is #1 at the box office is because people really love books still. And when you turn a book like this into a movie, there's a built-in audience. And that's kind of true. You know, that was true for The Housekeeper, the Sydney Sweeney one.
Yep.
That the amount of women who have read that book is just, you have no idea. There's millions.
I'll tell you what, it's kind of a win-win to take a movie that it was a popular book, you know, that women like, and then throw Sydney Sweeney in it
Right.
that men like.
Yeah, right.
And it's
And it
kind of, everybody's on board.
It worked out. It worked out at the box office for them. But books are obviously a great source of storytelling for movies. But when you look into the numbers, this Project Hail Mary book, which I did read, I read a couple of years back and I loved it, which is why I wanted to go see the movie. But the book sold, I think, a couple million copies all told. More than double that went to see the movie this weekend. Some 5 million people bought tickets to go see Project Hail Mary this weekend, the number one movie in the country. So more people went to see the movie than ever read the book. But here's the kicker here. What's happening with these stories? What happened with The Housemaid? What happens with a movie like Project Hail Mary is it's not the actual physical books that are making these runaway hits. It's the Audible audiobooks, of which they sell 3 or 4 million copies of this one book per year.
So no one wants to read anymore.
Nobody wants to actually sit down with a book and read. There's 10 times more people who actually fell in love with this story from the audiobook version. And you're going to see a whole lot more of this. Like, you're going to see Dungeon Crawler Carl at some point in time. You're going to become aware of all these big phenomenons in the audiobook world that people go nuts over because it puts asses in the seats. And it's the audiobooks. That's what's doing it. People come down on audiobooks, but that is what is doing it out there. So we have a lot to talk about today. As I said, we'll get into this plane crash in New York. I got some of the air traffic control audio, and it is crazy to hear what happened during this crash. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash off to the shoulder causing some stop and go on I-4 westbound past US 27.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. Skull mic activated. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday to you. Hey, Cat Butthole. Hey, SLM. Insecure Walrus. Young Colombian. Hello. Hello. Hey, how are you? Anamaka, Kurt, everybody. Look at my new windows. Don't wait for hurricane season to start. Get out. We're talking about the fight between books and audiobooks. Kurt says it's not to be snooty. It's that active reading is better for your brain and a lot more effective than listening. That's probably true. So it increases the value of your home. But I think if somebody says they read a book and they finished the entirety of the audiobook, it's pretty close. I think it's fair to say you read it. But, like this, I think they said the book sold 2.5 million copies, Project Hail Mary. And the audiobook on Audible alone is doing like 3 million a year. That's crazy. It's been out for a little while. Weed Consumer says, thank you for the cool chats. Well, thank you. Elder of Rock says, that episode of Neighbors may have turned me off permanently. There was a lot of skin. And it reminded me of the one true fact in the world of nudity. And that fact is the people who most want to be naked all the time, generally speaking, are people who you aren't super excited to see naked. It's just the truth. Oh, also, I bought something this weekend. You guys want to see? I bought something. We saw this at the store, and Courtney's like, you gonna get this? You're the best. It's a You're the Best trophy for our chatter of the day, and you could be on it. Imagine being the best for a day if you're chatter of the day. Also, it's completely off center. The "you're the best" is completely off center. Big Michael Scott vibes. 2 minutes and we're back live. We have an Asian listener named you, probably, but there would be a huge coincidence if somebody who was Asian and named you won chatter of the day today. It could happen, but... This new chat is kind of like Couletti. Now that's some crazy confetti. The amount of features in TNJ Chat 2.0 is phenomenal. I've now put all the features that need to be there. You can do watch parties. You can, there's effects. The chat can shake and rumble. There's confetti. You can @ other users. You have an @ inbox so you can see the messages that you missed when you were out. There are peaks that you can post, which are photos that self-destruct in 48 hours. You can play Family Feud and Jeopardy, and the list goes on, baby. It's cool. Gotta get those Asian numbers up? True. What triggers things? Well, exclamation point commands for one, but there's other things too. Tassels. All right, we're coming back. We got to talk about this plane crash. I have the air traffic control audio. Chaos at LaGuardia in New York. It's an absolute mess. I thought Courtney opened the door. She didn't. All right, here we go.
Colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it. Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
On paper, the three hosts of the Nick, Dick, and Pol show are geniuses. We can explain how AI works, data centers, but there are certain things that we don't necessarily understand. What Kugler did that I think was so unique.
Who's he?
He's the writer-director.
Who do you think he is?
But hey, no one's perfect. We're pretty close, though. And you can find out if you listen to the Nick, Dick, and Pol show on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow the Nick, Dick, and Pol show and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the news.
Wait till you hear this audio in just a moment. I'm going to play this for you. From air traffic control, while this plane crash was taking place in LaGuardia, an airport that most of us have been, I think, through at some point in time. Got to be one of the busiest airports in the United States, I would guess. This plane crash at LaGuardia was a disaster and was deadly, but could have been worse. And listening to the air traffic control of it is just chaos, man. It is just chaos. I'll give you what this was sounding like over air traffic control. You had all of these planes piled up at the airport. Now, does this have anything to do with the government shutdown stuff? I don't know. But we'll hear first what happened, okay? The basic details you need to know are 2 people were killed and several others were badly hurt when an Air Canada regional jet hit a fire truck. The plane hit a fire truck on the runway while it was landing at New York's LaGuardia Airport. The pilot and the co-pilot were killed in the crash, which crushed the nose of the aircraft, while around 40 passengers and crew members were taken to area hospitals, some with serious injuries. Most have been released, but this was bad. 2 airport employees who were traveling in the fire truck also suffered injuries. They look like they're going to survive. Here's the air traffic control audio. Let's listen in.
Truck 1 and Company, LaGuardia Tower, requesting to cross 4 at Delta.
Truck 1 and Company,
cross 4 at Delta.
Truck 1 and company crossing 4 at Delta.
That's the fire truck, I believe.
Frontier 4195, just stop there, please. Stop, truck 1, stop. Stop, truck 1, stop. Stop, truck 1, stop. Delta 2603, go around, runway heading 2000. Jet 646.
That's them telling the other planes to not go, right?
This was first. He was trying to get a hold of the fire truck to tell him, stop. You heard him literally saying over and over, stop, as much as he possibly could, because he knew the fire truck was about to go in the way of this plane that was landing, right? And then he tries to ask the plane to fly off and not land. He's doing everything he can. It doesn't seem to me to be the fault of this air traffic controller at all. He seems to be, he's just trying to make everything work out in a catastrophe that's unfolding. And this is a very busy airport, mind you. This is an airport with tons of people and tons of planes everywhere.
Hold position. I know you can't move. The vehicles are responding to you now.
Is the runway closed?
Delta 2603, go around. Runway heading 2000.
Right, 2000, go around.
They're trying to get all the other planes to move.
Your tower.
Truck 32, runway 4 is closed, correct?
Yes. Go on to runway 4 now. Proceed on runway 4. You have access.
Tower, car 90, runway 422 is closed at this time.
90, roger.
You hear that? There's like sirens going off in the background. And so, mind you, not only was it that you have this fire truck that went out and went into the way of this plane that was landing from Air Canada, which caused the crash that killed the pilot and the co-pilot, but there's lots of other planes that are either in the process of landing or maneuvering around on the tarmac somewhere, and they have to make sure that this doesn't get worse.
It's a ballet, man. And that truck, I believe, that they hit was going off to another plane that needed attention of some sort, right?
I think so. It was just chaos at the airport. Just chaos in New York.
Vehicle 98.
98. Vehicle 98.
Vehicle 98, please show at this time. Runway 422 is closed. I repeat, runway 422 is closed at this time.
Tower, car 90, LaGuardia Airport is closed at this time.
There you go. All right, so they said the airport is closed, obviously, as a result of this whole thing unfolding. And you could just hear the absolute chaos that happened over the airwaves as they were trying to figure this out. And then it ended up with this plane. In fact, for those of you watching over on YouTube and Twitch.tv, the footage of the plane.
The plane just tilted back.
It's in the air. The nose of the plane is up in the air off the tarmac. Yeah, and it's as if you push the plane back on its tail, and the cockpit rose up into the air, pointed upwards, and that's how it is.
Like it's doing a little wheelie.
Yeah, like a wheelie. Like the plane's doing a wheelie way up in the air.
I hate to use such a weird term for that when people have died, but
that's what it is, though.
I'm trying to describe it as best as possible.
Wheelie dead.
Yeah. Ryan on YouTube says the air traffic control waved the truck through and then tried to correct it quickly, and the truck didn't respond clearly. That could be the case. I mean, that it could be possible that the air traffic control guy was like, "You're clear," and then the person wasn't clear, and then they didn't respond fast enough. I'm sure they'll do a big investigation as to what ended up happening here, but it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. I'll put this up on See It Now during the break so you guys can take a look at the visual of what this plane looks like with its nose just tilted up into the air. And unfortunately, because that collision was so centered on the front, that's why the pilot and the co-pilot didn't end up making it there. I'm absolutely amazed, though, seriously amazed that the people in the fire truck didn't die. Like, you take a crash from a plane landing
going
and then,
over 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, and they don't die. Air crash. Again, I'll get this up on CNN.
I hadn't even seen anything about this until I actually set foot in work today. But aside from like a tweet or maybe a Threads post where somebody had like tweeted, "Hey, I think something bad's going to happen at LaGuardia today."
Oh God!
And it was like, and so the reply was like, "This person posted this before the crash. Should we be looking at this person?" Maybe looking
is
at
that the air traffic control person?
I don't know.
That's strange.
The video's up on See It Now. Go take a look over there on the website, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, tips@thenewsjunkie.com.
Good luck at the airport if you're flying today. Because
I know, it's like
insane.
Like it wasn't bad enough. And then you're going, well, how is that related? Well, LaGuardia is such a big hub that if they have to shut everything down there, even for an hour or 2 or 3 or 4 hours, now all the flights that were supposed to land and had to go somewhere else, like there's like a huge ripple effect from something like this. It's just nightmarish. So I hope you're not heading to the airport, but if you are, be as patient as possible. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com, and this person says, I would like to remain completely anonymous.
Ooh.
All right. You got something when you're not even just a little anonymous or anonymous in general.
Don't even show the page.
I would like to be completely anonymous. However, I want to say you guys have been talking about Kratom, and I think Kratom should be banned 100%, says Anonymous.
Completely
we were
anonymous.
talking about the gas station drugs and Kratom and all these other things. I'd heard a lot of good things about this until this email. This person says, I want to be completely anonymous. I want to say I believe Kratom should be banned 100%. I've been on it for about 7 months now, and I'm completely dependent. I started taking it for the sole purpose of pain. I got into a car accident, 3 bulging discs, 3 herniated, all in my back. Not to mention, I just recently found out my neck has taken a toll also. However, being only 50, I was trying to stay away from any major surgeries. I lost my mother and my sister both to drug overdoses and was under the belief that Kratom was derived from a natural plant. I think it is. We talked about that. Like it is from some sort of natural plant. But in all honesty, so is heroin, so are a lot of other things that are very, very bad for you. He said, as a source that could help you in a safe way, boy, was I ignorant. I did not realize all the additives and components they added to it by the time that they did. Let's just say it was too late. I'm now struggling every day, week by week, to lower my dosage of Kratom. I've lost hair, eyelashes, and I've damaged my kidneys. Jesus. My doctor's aware. He's trying to help me. However, it's a delicate matter and the damage is already done. Those people behind the counter selling you this product don't care about you or that you're using your money to buy it. Yes, 4 pills for $22, and I was up to 5 pills a day. Now I'm only down to 3.5. I say get rid of them. They're slowly killing us. Please help and share that so that maybe one of your listeners won't find it to be too late for them. Hopefully this helps somehow, says Anonymous.
Anonymous?
Just gas station, I think they said. They said people behind the counter. Or like, I don't know if vape shops is a good way to say it, but it'll be like those little corner stores. And it'll say Kratom. It'll say right out front.
But maybe there must be other places you can get organic, know what's inside of it, Kratom, right? Or is it just gas stations now?
I'll stand by. I'll tell you from my anecdotal experience, the emails coming in have been a lot of people who are positive about this Kratom stuff that you could buy at like these gas stations and whatnot. But this person does not have a good experience at all. That sounds pretty bad. All right, another email coming in. Johnny to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Hi, my name is Johnny. Not anonymous at all. And I've been listening to your program since I was in jail in 2023 and 2024. On Friday's show, you mentioned that you used to box. And in Rochester, we still do. He says, there's a place that runs a boxing program around here. He said, the school is putting on a huge boxing program soon. You should swing by. It's only like 1,300 miles away from you, says Johnny.
Do it.
Swing by. Just a little swing. Just a tiny little jaunt
Box
over
for the
there.
First time in 20 years.
If we go to Rochester before we go to West Palm Beach, they'll burn us alive. We can't. It can't be a thing. It just can't.
This is for a boxing match versus that one festival that you said you definitely are going to take us to every year.
I'm going to have to Chuck Norris my way out of this one, Johnny.
Yeah.
No, just not go to the fight. P.S. Selling loose cigarettes on the street in Rochester is more lucrative than prison smuggling. No state prison time for prison contraband if you sell them on the street. Tax avoiding is all you get in trouble for. That's local jail time. Be smart, says Johnny. Thank you, Johnny, for the email. Last one for now. Beth emails the show about Amazon mistakes. Now, we had talked on the show on, I think, Friday or so, and we said somebody ordered one of one thing and one of another thing from Amazon, and when they were delivered, they got 2 of each.
Bonus.
And, yeah, they weren't charged. And we started talking about the morals and ethics of what are you supposed to do in these situations? Are you supposed to return that item, or is this a win for you? You lose a lot of other rounds, but this is one you end up winning. Beth says, I actually had this happen not too long ago. I got a new kitten, and I ordered one of those litter boxes that has the top on it. They're usually around $20 or $25. Well, when I got them, it was a box of 6 of them instead of a single one.
That sounds like a Sean order right there.
That's a lot.
That sounds like something you would have done by mistake.
At first, I thought maybe I'll try to sell them for $20 each on eBay, but then thought that probably wasn't the right thing to do. So instead of doing that, I ended up giving them to the cat shelter lady that lives right around the corner from me, because she said it would be a huge help to her. So I think that was a good compromise between sending them back or keeping them. At least they were able to do some good for somebody else, and hopefully that evens out my karma for keeping them, says Beth. I don't know, Beth. That sounds like a pretty good outcome, right? Yeah. Either they get their little plastic litter boxes back that they accidentally sent you too much of them, or you give them to a place that uses them to rescue animals.
That's the most noble way you could go about this.
It seems like a noble pursuit to me, but we'll see what everybody else thinks. Send in your dispatches at thenewsjunkie.com or your emails just like that to tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, we're getting geared up for Amy Caulfield. We'll see what she says. I want to talk to Amy Caulfield about 2 very important things. One, robots, because I'm not sure if either of you saw the robots, Sabrina or Celine.
They had the dog one, right?
They had the dog one and another one that invaded the Fox studios.
Ooh.
And Amy Caulfield, I don't know if she was there or not when this happened, but her coworkers are sitting there. They had robots making little heart signs with their hands, flipping over backwards, and just invading the studio there. It was very, very bizarre. I'll see what she has to say about that. And then, of course, she's talking about 4-hour delays, okay? 4-hour delays at the airport. You got ICE stepping up for TSA, and that's causing some issues with people. People are upset about that. Some folks are. I'll explain everything that's going on, and we'll get into that. But when we come back, parents are very upset. Here's why. They found out that their kids at school were playing a video game on school computers. What game were the kids playing on these school computers? Brace yourself. I'll tell you about it because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you.
Welcome behind the scenes. Skull Bike activated. Leisure Suit Larry is such a great guest, but that ain't it, friend. That ain't it. Hey, AJ. Your username looks so beautiful on the studio screen. Insecure Walrus says, I accidentally wound up with 15 tickets to see Paul McCartney. By buying more to try to get seats together, it was a financial disaster. Sounds like it. Arnott says Elon Musk is offering to pay the TSA employees. Is that true? He's got the money. I haven't seen that.
We build every mattress ourselves right here in town with quality materials that last. Then we sell them directly to you, no middleman marking up the price. The result.
Where'd you see that, Arnott? Did he post on X.com about it?
But it does.
Dwayne says Grand Theft Auto 5 in schools. Now that would be something. You want to get kids to come to school? Launch Grand Theft Auto 5 only in the school computer lab. Any parents in chat? Any parents in chat? When I say computer lab, because I'm going to be talking about this in the next story about the game that these kids got caught playing on the school computers. If I say school computer lab, is that dated? Does that make any sense in 2026? That's still a thing? I mean, are there still like, is there not like a computer room anymore? Like, because we had a class and we would go into this like computer lab, that's what they called it. Now the kids each have their own computers. Oh, like all the kids have their own laptops. I see. It's just a classroom. There are labs for specific classes, but not a generic lab. When Sean was in school, the computer took up a whole room? No. They were heavy as shit, though. That's true. By the way, that is not the best way to win Chatter of the Day. You could be here. That's the thing at my kids' school. They all have their own Chromebooks now. Now, Big Nerd over on TNJ Chat 2.0 says, computer lab day in school was the best. Oregon Trail, baby. We're going to get into this because this story is an interesting one that'll get us perfectly set up for Amy Caufel at the top of the hour. What game did you play on the school computers? What game did you play on the school computers? Oregon Trail is a classic, right? That was a classic. The old floppy disk computers. What games did you play when you were in school? They had all the computers there. The oldest man thing I can tell you is we had this program where you would put in all the data points and the outcome was like a spirograph, like a light spirograph on the computer monitor. That was it. And that was kind of fun for us at the time. And that makes me feel really old for just saying that. We had a spirograph. Carmen San Diego, shout out. Really? Amazon Trail. Porquet? What is Amazon Trail? Print Shop Pro? I haven't heard of these. RuneScape, I know that. We didn't have computers when I went to school. Mavis Beacon, I remember, yes. Mavis Beacon, the typing thing, I would tell you how fast you were typing. 2 minutes and we're back live. Print Shop Pro, I don't know. What is that? This is helpful because we're going to come back and I'm going to talk about this. And it'll sound like I know the games. Like I know all the cool games we had. Tracking the trucks. Print Shop Pro is like before there was a Photoshop? That's what it was? That must have been really basic. That's a throwback. Sim City, true. It was for making greeting cards and banners on tractor feed printers. Insecure Walrus, you know what we had when I was younger? When I was like a teenager? We had a plotter. We had a plotter. I don't even know if people have plotters anymore. It was like a massive printer that had like markers basically on it, for lack of a better word, and they would draw stuff. It was crazy. Okay, we're coming back right now, everybody. Here we go.
Same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
It's spring. Time to refresh your ride. Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change for trusted service and expert vehicle care in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed. Spring into savings at VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Quick, easy, drive starts here.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Radio. Radio. 104.1.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Story because it's a crazy one, and I want to see what you think about it in just a moment here on the show. We'll learn more about the show, go into the chat, watch the show, do all that stuff. How? Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. This story, I'll get right to it, and then we'll bring up a conversation afterwards, is about parents who got shocked because their kid was playing a particular computer game at school. And on the side, it's brought up a conversation where, like, what video games did you play at school when you were, back in the day when you were going to school? And they had a couple of games, and everybody talks about, like, Oregon Trail, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe Minesweeper that somebody's saying right now. There was a bunch of things. Print Shop Pro, which I don't even think I've ever heard of that in my life that people mentioned.
That doesn't sound like a game, more just like a tool that you get to use.
They said it was like before Photoshop, Print Shop
like
Pro.
Corel Draw.
Yeah. So everybody had these games that you would play, and this is a dated term according to the chat folks, but at the computer lab, because one of the classes would be the computer lab. You couldn't exactly carry them around with you, so you go into the computer lab and you get your little workstation there.
Mavis Beacon teaches typing. That was a big one for us.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is much more aggressive than that, Sabrina, just for the record.
I just saw what it is, and
did
my
you?
gosh.
All right, I'm ready.
My gosh.
Let me see. Is this, I might be able to show you with this video report from Channel 4 ABC, where this parent goes, wait, what game were you playing at school? You're playing this game on a school computer? What is going on here? All right, here it is. Let's see. Right here.
Children sparking outrage for some parents in a Utah school district. That game, Five Nights at Epstein's. Our Jake White spoke with a concerned parent who wants schools now to get involved.
All right, we'll get to that in a second here. If you missed it, it's a Five Nights at Freddy's knockoff, which Five Nights at Freddy's, for the uninformed, is a very, 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 very popular mobile video game where you spent 5 nights at this place that was like a Chuck E. Cheese, and it was scary. Things would pop up and they would scare you. And the kids were, I guess, playing 5 Nights at Epstein's.
Which is also pretty scary.
Yeah.
Now, tell me that there were some lessons involved. How to avoid this in real life, perhaps.
They did. They did have lessons, number one. And beyond that, they had the actual Epstein files in the game.
The game uses real photos released by the Department of Justice of the inside of Epstein's Virgin Island home at Little St. James, where he's alleged to have trafficked young women and girls to be sexually abused by himself and visitors to his home.
This is on a school computer. The kid is playing 5 Nights at Epstein's. I want to hear from the parent. Let's see.
On Wednesday, parents took to social media, asking fellow parents in the Kearns community if they've ever heard of a disturbing video game that her son admitted to playing at school on the laptop.
You know what's funny? I bet a lot of these parents are like, what's this game he was playing? 5 Nights at Epstein's? Well, that's preposterous. And I'm definitely not going to play that when I get home later today after work.
Is 5 Nights at Freddy's a text-based game? Or I guess it says it uses photos, so it's not it wouldn't just be text, but
I never played it. I thought it was an app-based game. I've seen the movies. Somebody said it's more of a computer game.
They have I have like one of the starting screens here if you want to read it.
Okay. From 5 Nights at Epstein's?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What is this is the game the kids were playing on their school computers called 5 Nights at Epstein's. What does it say?
It looks like it's on GitHub. Like you can go pull it up.
Oh, great. You might be playing it not only before the end of the day, before the end of the show.
Defend Yourself Against Epstein is the title of this window. And it's in all caps. Epstein always starts at cam 11. Use the camera's audio lure to keep Epstein far away from you. Make sure the camera you're playing the sound in is next to the camera where Epstein is.
This is weird.
Playing
So
sound,
you're trying to like lure creeper Epstein into
Yes.
another location. Okay, I see.
Playing sound in only one spot will not work. If you do it twice or more in a row, using the audio lure too much will lead to the cameras breaking. To fix them, head to the control panel and restart the cameras like you just did. Epstein does not attack through the vents, so don't bother closing them for this night.
God.
Just so you know, when you're trying to survive the game you're playing on your school computer 5 nights at Epstein's, Epstein doesn't attack through the vents. It's not his mode of operation.
Noted.
I want to hear the parent here.
Granite School District provides the game.
I think it's disgusting.
5 Nights on Epstein's Island that can be played on several websites for free, inspired by the popular video game 5 Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, there was some other options. You might be able to play it online, C-Lane.
Play it.
Yeah, you might be able to fire it up right now.
Should I, though?
Yeah.
Do it on the work computer. It's fun.
See what happens.
In this version, you're on Epstein Island with the goal of surviving 5 nights without being killed by not only late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, but other notable figures found in
other notable figures like what? Palm Beach Pete?
No, Trump and
Stephen Hawking is going to chase you down.
You ready to die?
Epstein files. Not only that, these photos you see here during the game might look a little familiar. That's because these are actual photos of the inside of Epstein's Virgin Island home on Little St. James.
On a school
released by the DOJ. Michelle Martinez says her child has played the game and is devastated. Her child now knows something as horrific as Jeffrey Epstein's crimes.
Wait, hold on. Why? If I had a teenage daughter and she was like, hey, Dad, scary to think about this, but if she said, hey, Dad, I heard something about this Epstein stuff. What's going on there? I'd go, oh, I'm glad you asked. This is a creepy billionaire guy who lured in wayward teens who are looking to make extra money for massages that turned into like topless massages and sex and all kinds of other stuff. And here's why this is dangerous and bad. And like, if your kid asks you, hey, what's going on with this whole Epstein thing? That seems like a good thing for them to know. Parents always think wrong about this.
I mean, we have school shooting drills. Can this game not be turned into a don't get kidnapped and into sex trafficking on that weird billionaire island drill?
It could be. And more so, when I look at this, I think parents will go, oh, we can't have 16 and pregnant on. If 16 and pregnant is on, all the teenage girls are going to want to get pregnant so that they can be on MTV and they could be reality stars. This is going to be terrible. When in fact, the outcome of that show and all of its success, 16 and pregnant, was that less teenage girls ended up getting pregnant because none of them wanted to deal with any of the nonsense that they saw on that show. And in this game, I don't think people will be like, I need to find an Epstein to give me a good rub down. I don't think that's going to be the outcome here. Please don't. No,
it's already recording.
Don't. I think you could do. And parents, tell me if you think I'm wrong here. I think you could do a good learning moment out of this.
Well, let's play the game first and see if it's a.
Did you get it, Celine?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Okay.
Have you already been sex trafficked?
I'm on the control panel. It says close air vents, but I'm not supposed to close the air vents because, as I've been told, Epstein does not attack through the vents.
That's for suckers. Yeah. And as much as I know about Stephen Hawking, he ain't getting through the air vents. You're good to go.
But I love to be cool.
I think you're safe and all is well. There's not like a little audio from it? Like,
let's see.
Oh, okay, here.
I'm in a room.
Those are the air vents you're supposed to close.
5 Nights at Epstein's.
Pulled up the cameras, play sound.
Hi.
What the hell?
Ew, no,
What?
Shut it off. Shut it off.
Do you see Epstein on the cameras?
No, I don't see him
Who
yet.
said hi?
Camera 11.
That was definitely a little kid.
7. Nope, no Epstein there.
He's around there somewhere.
This game already sounds very scary.
Camera 11. Let's play. All right. Oh, this is creepy as hell.
That's like a baby.
The sounds are not good.
Who made this? Do we have a developer?
I don't know.
All right, one sec. Over on Twitch.
Close
it
the
says,
air vents.
Call me old-fashioned, but I'll just talk to my kids. Absolutely. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying have your kids play the video game to learn what's going on with Epstein. I'm saying if they ask you what Epstein is as a result of this video game, have that conversation with them. All
One
right?
parent's like, I tried to talk to my kid about it, but they are on level 80 and almost out of the island.
They won't back off.
Oh,
Did
no.
you find them?
I think I closed the air vents, and now the cameras are down.
They told you specifically not to close the air vents.
I know, but I was bored.
Oh, God. All right, hang on. Let's see what else they say.
That was upset at the fact that he knew anything about Epstein.
And says her son's school in the Granite School District needs to work on what sites can be accessed on school computers.
Remove computers completely or spend the money and upgrade their technology to prevent these kids from being able to have access to games on their computers.
Granite School District is not the only school district facing this issue, as the game's popularity has spread to schools across the country. With free VPNs and proxies available on school computers, blocking access to certain websites on school computers turns into an almost impossible task, leaving parents across the country demanding tighter internet security at their local schools, ensuring their children are never exposed to disturbing games like this one, especially in their local schools.
All right, where are you? You found Epstein or no?
I think, I just got.
Oh, you did?
Found him?
Epstein just flew at me, and then it said game over. I think that means I've been.
Because he closed the vents.
That's what you get abused? That's how the game ends?
Well, I mean, he just he comes at you, and then it says game over. I think the assumption is that yes, that would be the way to lose the game.
That's weird, man. That's weird.
Nothing's as weird as those kid sounds it was making. That was
yeah. All right, let us know what you think about this. Parents, maybe you've seen your kids playing Five Nights at Epstein's. These parents were shocked after this was on the school computers, but we'll take your thoughts as we continue on to the show. When we come back, our friend Amy Kaufelt from Fox 35 will be joining us. I'll try to stay away from it. We got robots to talk about.
Hey, she has kids. We need to make sure they're not playing this game.
Airport chaos to talk about with Amy Kaufelt and a whole lot more. It's coming up next on the News Junkie. Welcome behind the scenes. It is. It's down though. Let me turn it up. Okay, I just turned it up. What do you think, Chad? Are you going to play Five Nights at Epstein? What would you do if your kid brought home this game on the school computer? Technically, it's just a school laptop, right?
Termite alert.
Like, doesn't this mean that the kid just got this game on the school laptop and then his mom blamed the whole damn school?
Since 1949.
I don't think the school preloaded this on the laptop.
Book a free inspection at FLA.
No thanks.
Want to make the most of your tax refund? File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund.
Hello?
We help you do more with it with a personalized plan.
What are you doing?
To help you get your money goals.
Look, I got a trophy for you. It says you're the best. And it says you.
But that could be for anyone that's looking at it.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah.
But you could get your name on here.
You're not going to be able to fit some names on there.
Courtney would be a little hard to work onto the small area that I have, actually. But maybe I can just put, I'll shorten it. I'll put your initials.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Go ahead, run.
Okay, see you later. Bye.
Or my dad stole your fries.
So, oh, he did steal her. Her dad stole my French fries at Houston's last night, just brazenly. Didn't ask her anything, just took and was staring at me talking as he was reaching onto my plate eating my fries. It was brutal. Okay. Bye. See you later. 2 minutes and we're back with Amy Kaufelt. He's helping you lose weight? True. Hey, he ordered his tuna salad at Houston's, and I ordered the chicken sandwich with fries. And the chicken sandwich with fries comes with a little cup with the fries, and he's just talking to me, and he just grabs the fries. And Courtney's mom goes, "What are you doing? Those are Sean's French fries." He goes, "They're delicious."
I was ordering food from our usual
Power move.
My VP said, "God, no."
For workplaces suffering with corporate catering deficiency,
Will there be a Courtney after show stream this weekend? Possibly. We got to work that out. 90 seconds and we're back with Amy K. What grades do they have at the school where this was being played? I don't know. Watch out, Sean will steal your burgers. That's true. Can I hook up my Game Genie to the Epstein game? There's a throwback. Game Genie? What was the other one? Like Game Shark or something? There's another one like that. Zorro says, people have unrealistic expectations on what schools should allow online. It's impossible to block everything sketchy. That's true. Like, your kid took the school laptop and put the Epstein game on it, and then you're just like, no kids should have laptops? That seems weird. That's a you thing. All right, here we go, folks.
Calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
There's always something crazy going on planet Earth to talk about around here in the world's most viral newsroom. Learn more about the show. Go over to the website, which is easy to find. It's at thenewsjunkie.com. It is Monday, and that means I'm excited to tell you, I'm thrilled to bring you the information that I'm about to tell you, that our friend Amy Caulfield from Fox 35 is joining us on the show.
Amy, guys.
There she is. Amy, how are you? How's it going?
I'm good. Happy Monday.
Hey, at
My
least...
gosh, what a crazy day to start. Like with all the breaking news we had overnight, It was nuts.
At least we're not at the airport right now. That's what we have going on. I saw your tweet this morning, or your X post. I still don't know exactly what to say, but I saw your post on X.com this morning, an Amy Caulfield post. Was it at Atlanta's airport that it was a 4-hour wait at TSA?
4 hours. And I actually got a text message from a friend this morning who tried to get out of Atlanta this morning and said that he stood in line for 3.5 hours to get through. And by the time he got to the gate, the plane had left.
That's crazy.
Oh. Now, I hate to interrupt Amy, but we have to, we missed it on the last one.
What a shocker, what a surprise. It's a top story as long as it flies. This next clip is wild and insane. And as you might have guessed, we're back on a plane.
This is how they razz me, Amy, because they say I talk about airplane stories too much. But
we spend a lot of time at the airport here on the show.
We do,
You
yeah.
wouldn't have made the song if you didn't do that.
The airport is a busy place, and there's a lot of news going on at the airport today.
It is.
It's no good. It's a long backup, and then of course you had that plane crash.
I couldn't play it for the bad news.
Back on a
LaGuardia. This coward can't play it for the plane crash in LaGuardia, but he can play it for everything else. So yeah, I mean, it looks like it's really bad for people. Is this just? I know you guys were covering this morning, Amy. Is this just across the whole country that this is a big slowdown with no end in sight?
Yeah, so it's not just Atlanta. We just talked about Atlanta. Houston, specific airports are having more trouble than others. Like one of our reporters, Hannah, said that she flew out of IAH last week in Houston, and it was fine. But Houston Hobby, which is the other airport, for some reason is having major problems. New Orleans is having major problems.
Yes.
So I don't know if there's certain airports where we're seeing more agents that are calling out. But you guys, I can't, and listen, we all work, really hard. Most people work paycheck to paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine not getting a paycheck for an entire month. That is what is going on with these TSA workers. And you might be lucky to be married to someone who still is gainfully employed and is able to pay the bills. But how many people is that? We're talking about tens of thousands of workers at these airports who are having to somehow figure out how to make ends meet without receiving a paycheck for a month. And this just happened to them a few months ago.
Yeah, I did see Elon Musk had offered, I guess, to pay the TSA employees' salaries.
Right.
And I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But he says, I would like to offer to pay the salaries of TSA personnel during this funding impasse that is negatively affecting the lives of so many Americans at airports throughout the country, Elon Musk posted to X this weekend.
How does that work, though, if Elon pays the airport workers that are going to get their back pay if when the government unshuts down?
Bonus?
I don't know. It says, based on the TSA's head count, Elon Musk paying the TSA officer salaries could run about $40 million a week. Which is not that's a lot of money for everybody else, but for him, not a lot of money. Elon Musk is the richest person in the world, so he could do this. I don't know if he's going to or what. We also talked about how last time there was a government shutdown, the people who didn't take any days off at air traffic control, I think, at that point in time, ended up getting some bonuses. So I don't know if that'll happen, but I know there's a lot of people taking the day off. And Amy, I think I agree with you. Like that's a lot of people are paycheck to paycheck. Even if you say, well, go to work, you're eventually going to get paid. It still stinks. It's still not,
Your bills still come.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do?
Yeah. And I like everybody thinks, well, just explain it. I think sometimes people think things are easier than they are. If you just go to your, let's say you're renting somewhere and you go to the person you're renting from and say, here's the situation I'm facing. They'll say, too bad. You're supposed to pay the rent on this. That's not my deal, all right?
I can imagine some of them.
And then are you supposed to do that for every bill? So now you also have to call the power company and the water company and, all the other bills that you have.
Can't even call them because my cell phone's turned off?
Yeah, you're true.
Go and make your buck. Delivering food at that point, what's the quickest job you can get within that week? I imagine there is a good portion of TSA agents that are just trying to get that next paycheck. Whichever way they can.
And by the way, I know a lot of people will be like, well, if you had your finances in order, you don't have to worry about it for stuff like this. It's true, but it's just not the reality of things. Like there's a lot of people who they have more expenses than you do, or they've had more surprises financially, or maybe they've just been slacking and not saving enough because they didn't think that this was going to be a situation that they faced. It's still not great for them, and that's a bad situation. So I saw you talking about that. Now, I did have a question for you, Amy, because I saw some folks at Fox 35. I don't know if I saved this or not. I saw some folks at Fox 35 who got a visit from a bunch of robots. And it was like maybe one of the most frightening things I've ever seen in my life.
Look how unexcited he is.
I'm worried about the robot takeover over here. And at Fox 35, Amy's people, what was going on with these robots that they were bringing in?
So that was all. Of course, they do all the cool stuff after I leave. So they brought in like a robot dog and like a robot humanoid thing, and it shook Luann's hand, and it was like dancing
and did not crush her hand.
Yeah, I know it didn't. Okay, but did you guys see the robot at the restaurant? Oh shoot, I'm trying to.
That they had to stop because it was dancing too much.
The robot was like out of control, but now I can't remember where.
Hang on, here it is. This is a robot in Cupertino, California. So it's like the Bay Area, and the robot had a problem, like a malfunction, and it started to go nuts.
Trying to do a little dance.
And the robot's shirt hilariously says, "I'm good," in all capital letters. So the robot's moving around. He's breaking stuff. They're trying to grab him and pull him out of there.
There was a couple nights after too many that someone's had to do that to me, where I'm like, I just want to dance, please.
This is you in the club when somebody's pulling you by the back of your shirt.
Let me finish the song.
That was the time that I had already had my Uber called, and the Uber was at the bar, and I still managed to go back inside and be like, "Let's rage!"
The woman is trying to pull the robot backwards at this hot pot restaurant. And the robot's still going.
You can't stop me. I thought this was America.
Hey.
The robot's still dancing.
Oh, it's so great. There's 3 employees holding it back.
It's hitting them now in the midst of its dancing.
It's so great.
It can't be stopped. You can't shut it down.
Okay, but there's a kill switch, but I think that's what she's trying to do. I think with the phone
They got
in
him.
her other hand, is
Yeah.
to try to find the kill switch. But
let's
they
do
couldn't
it
find
on
kill
the
switch.
actual robot. May I suggest? I'm no engineer.
The robot's like trying to keep them away from the kill switch, so it just keeps going and going and going.
But Sean, this should make you feel a little bit better that it's still, they're just trying to control the dancing at this point.
You say that, but I also saw there was where was this? This was in Chicago, Illinois. And you know these little delivery robots you see in these bigger cities?
Oh, yeah.
One of them was driving along, and I guess it's not programmed to deal with bus stops yet.
Okay.
So the delivery robot just smashed through all the glass at the bus stop, and it's like shaking glass off of it as it's trying to recuperate.
I have to deliver this burrito.
Yeah, this is like a little delivery robot that's making its way through, and it's smashing and broke all of the glass at the bus stop, and people are just videotaping it. And you guys are bringing this thing in to the Lion's Den over there at Fox 35.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
gosh. Yeah, well, it's all fun and games till you can't find the kill switch.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a good time with it.
What?
They waited till I left.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, look, you probably don't have the level of fear over robots that I have, Amy, but
No
I'm
one does,
telling
Sean.
you, yeah, it was concerning to me. I saw that, and they were doing like little hand hearts. The robot was making like a heart sign with its hands, and you could see the person nearby controlling the robot, but it's very, very impressive and scary at the same time. What else is grabbing your attention on a day
Speaking
like
of
today?
robots, tomorrow is the 1-month anniversary of Waymo in downtown Orlando. Has everybody Waymo'd?
I haven't yet.
No.
I Waymo'd in
Waymo.
San Francisco.
What's that?
I Waymo'd in San Francisco when I went on a trip out there. We tried it out, and that was super cool.
Was it cool? Did you sit in the back seat or the front? Are you allowed to sit in the front seat on a Waymo, or do you have to sit in the back?
I think you are allowed to sit in the front seat if you have that many people, but you're not allowed to touch the wheel. I don't think you're allowed to sit in the driver's seat.
That's what I want to do.
If there is a malfunction, what control do you have in the Waymo to like take over? Or is there
there's an ejection seat. Yeah.
No, there's not.
Yeah, it just launches you right out of the
call
room.
customer service, and the third world country call center will
Imagine
reach
they
out.
put you on hold and there's cars darting at you all over the place.
I think you can have it like pull over and let you out if something's going wrong, if it's not going the right way. We were trying to go to the wharf over there in San
Fisherman's
Francisco,
Wharf,
Fisherman's
yeah.
Wharf. We were trying to go there and see the otters, which were not there, unfortunately.
Oh,
and
otters or
seals.
Are you talking about the
seals?
Sea lion.
Oh, sea lions. I knew I would get to one of those animals.
Either otters, seals, or sea lions. It was one
you know
of
the
three.
piers that are covered in those animals?
Yeah, but
Yeah, those are the
otters and
sea
sea
lions.
lions are.
Well, they were having an air show that day, so it scared away all the animals. So I didn't see otters, sea lions, or seals, any of that stuff. But we went there in a Waymo, and there was a lot of traffic, so we just ended up walking the rest of the way, and we just hit the button, and it pulls over for us and lets you out.
We used to have a sales guy at iHeartRadio, Amy, who had a very country, southern accent. And whenever he was talking to Sea Lane, it sounded like he was saying sea lion.
Hey, sea lion, party of the century.
Every time he talked to Sea Lane, I'd be sitting there and I'd overhear it and be like, sea lion. And I'd be like, oh, okay. So you should have remembered that, but it didn't quite stick with you.
Too bad.
Big conspiracy guy too now, right? I see line.
I think so.
Inside job, am I right?
How, Amy? How are things going with your kids at college for spring break? Is everything
Everybody
good?
survived spring break.
Okay.
So Caroline actually had her spring break was out in California. They had a tournament, so it was like very controlled. You know, coaches are controlling them the whole time. They didn't have opportunity to do anything too wild. But then Kate, her spring break was she did half her spring break in Key West and then the other half up in the Panhandle. But I can tell you, none of the craziness that we saw in Daytona Beach in the locations that she went to.
Good.
No takeovers.
And the sheriff, as you guys probably saw, the sheriff for Volusia County, very happy with how this past weekend went, considering what it looked like the weekend before.
That's a good point. Yeah, they made those changes and put curfews in place, and we don't have a Monday full of stories about a bunch of crazy, violent incidents and people freaking out. So that must have worked, at least to some level, I guess, there.
Yeah.
Hey,
so much calmer, much better this past weekend. And this past weekend, the weather was beautiful, too. So it would have potentially been a little more wild, but it wasn't. So yay.
Yeah, very, very nice compared to what things could have been. But I also wanted to ask you, and we're probably going to get into this later in the show. Have you seen the guy in South Florida who is popping up because he looks like Jeffrey Epstein, the Palm Beach Pete guy? Have you seen this? Oh, you haven't seen it?
What's he look like?
Oh, well, they he was in his convertible.
Oh my gosh!
And people took a video of him, and they were like, "This is Jeffrey Epstein. He didn't die. He's cruising around in his convertible." And then he started making videos where he was kind of denying being Jeffrey Epstein, and things have taken a turn. Like, I think now Palm Beach Pete is saying, "Yeah, well, I partied with Jeffrey Epstein a little bit here and there." But, I'm not associated with him. This is
Wait, really? So he did actually know Jeffrey Epstein?
I think so. Hold on. Here he is talking about this.
I'm Palm Beach Pete. I'm a regular guy. I'm retired. I lived in the city for a long time. Worked in commercial real estate. I love to play tennis. I'm very social. I'm not going to change. This guy is dead, and he was a really bad person. And I can hold my head high. I didn't do anything. I just happened.
This is so similar to Michael Bolton in Office Space. There's an employee in the movie Office Space named
Why
Michael
should I
Bolton.
change my name? He's the one who sucks.
And they're like, well, that sucks. That's your name. He's like, well, why don't you change it? And he's like, no, I'm just going to keep it here. And this guy's like, look, it's not my fault I look like Jeffrey Epstein. But then he starts dropping little hints that I guess he hung out with him.
Also, his Twitter handle is like not Epstein or something. He's leaning into it.
Yeah, he is.
I'm
Palm Beach Pete. Come on.
I'm just a better looking version than Jeffrey. Back in the day, when I was living in the city, I went to a couple of parties and Epstein was there at a party. And he was kind of creepy, just sitting on a couch, staying to himself. And he wasn't the magnitude that he is or was. So he wasn't a big deal. He was mysterious. People didn't know how he made his money and where what his story was. But
that's why you don't give everyone the limelight.
I never really encountered him and had a conversation with him. I just saw him at a party.
He just partied with Epstein a little bit. All right, no problem. This guy's making the rounds out there, Amy Caulfield.
So you didn't know who he was.
That's the first I've seen him, but he's a dead ringer.
He does.
Maybe that's a bad term.
Yeah.
A live ringer?
Yeah, that is a bad. If somebody says you have a doppelganger, you're like, wow, really? Who's my?
Never mind.
Yeah, that's not a good one.
Yeah, I know. That's unfortunate when your doppelganger is someone who's like that.
Were you ever told that you had a doppelganger, Amy Caulfield?
I've had people. Well, I have one funny story.
Yeah.
So we were at Daytona, the Daytona 500. It was the year that John McCain and Sarah Palin were running for vice president. And so we're walking down this back section of Daytona, right behind the winner's circle. And Sarah Palin was coming. I didn't know it was her because there was a gaggle of media around her. So she was kind of when there's a celebrity coming and there's a whole bunch of media,
it's a hubbub,
cameras, and I couldn't see who was inside the center of it all. So as we're walking towards each other. She stops and she looks at me and she goes, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know you were here." And
Sarah Palin said this to you.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know who she thinks I am, right? And then afterwards, my co-anchor, he goes, "You know who you look like?" And I go, "No, who?" And he goes, "You kind of look like Celine Dion. I wonder if she thought."
Oh wow,
that's so funny.
So I've heard that a few times from people, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what she thought. I did take a picture. I'll send you guys the picture later. I did take a picture with her because I was like, oh, I may as well take a picture with her because,
I can see it a little bit.
I can see a little bit, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
absolutely, Amy.
You're far more beautiful than Celine Dion.
Good answer. Good answer.
But I could see what they're talking about.
That's so funny. And Sarah Palin's like,
yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Weird.
Well, now that's not going to be able to get out of my head.
Let's end off with a Celine Dion song, shall we?
Well, Amy Kaufeld, stay away from those robots. Do stay safe.
I will. I'll be careful. At least I'll know where the kill switch is.
Yes, yeah. Now you just really got to ram that thing because it looked like it took a while to shut it off still. But yeah, you get the point. Stay out of the
Can't stop me from
airports.
dancing.
Stay away from the robots, and we'll see you next week. There she goes, Amy Kaufeld.
Love you.
Have a good
35, an all-star that you should be following on every single platform. And I hope that you will go over to Facebook, Instagram, all of those different things that you hear me talking about.
Facebook,
that one,
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
At Amy Kaufeld, or search for Amy Kaufeld on all these platforms, and you will find her on there. Make sure you're watching each and every morning. Good Day Orlando. If you're here locally, watch the show. That'll get you all caught up with everything you need to know every single day. Amy K and the crew is over there and telling you what's going on. And you can follow them on YouTube as well. Amy, we'll see you next week.
Love you guys.
There she goes.
Thanks, Sean. See you guys.
She's the best. All right. When we come back, I have to tell you about something. There was a story we talked about on the show recently. And on this story, or in this story, I should say, there's been a twist that I wasn't expecting, and I don't think anybody at all was expecting this twist. Now, the story, I'll just tease this part ahead of time. Remember the people who were being evacuated from the apartment building that they thought was sinking into the ground?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, there's an update on that story. I thought that story would be over with, but there's a really weird update. And I got to ask you, should this person be fired? For what? Well, we'll play it for you, what happened. We'll tell you what went down. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar.
Hello, welcome behind the scenes. Let's hear it for Amy Kaufeld from Fox 35. Hey, Loose Neutral. Hey, Kyle. Hey, Kyle. Sarah Palin was a not job. A not job.
This report is sponsored by
Agree or disagree, chat?
Hi, I'm Angie.
We have a phenomenon in this country where people are picked, plucked, if you will, from obscurity to be potentially the next vice president of the United States of America. And they go from nothing to being everywhere, and then they disappear. Sarah Palin, Tim Walz, all like the also-rans. They come from out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden they're everywhere. And then if they lose, it's like, all right. See you later.
Your relationship will suffer. Your partner notices, and you can only ignore that for so long. If you're still depending on pills every time.
I was wondering what happened to Dan Quayle the other day.
You know that's not really a fix.
Isn't Dan Quayle Rip?
Premier Men's Medical Center. They are
There's no way.
Get things back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. And 98% of men that see results right there in the office, right there.
The Quailster?
And they're offering a free consultation right now, but you've got to call 407-723-7533. It's 407-723-7533 for that free consultation.
Oh, I think he's alive.
Medical Center. Don't overthink it.
He is born in 1947. The Quailster's still out there somewhere. Tim Walz hasn't really disappeared. For the most part, he has, yeah. No one really cares about Tim Walz other than him under pressure saying he wasn't going to run for re-election as the governor of Minnesota, and some scandals with fraud in Minnesota and Minneapolis. Mike Pence vanished. Well, some of these guys kind of want to, right? Mike Pence didn't lose in the same. Well, I guess he got booted. But a lot of these guys want to kind of disappear a little bit, like George H.W. Bush. He just emerges like a groundhog every once in a while to give you a new meme. Good old George H.W. Bush. George W. Bush, really, is the guy who's alive, right? I think his dad's dead. Dan Quayle's only 79, really? H.W. Bush is dead. George W. W is alive and making memes. Hey, Missy. Hey, ex-swimmer over on TNJ Chat. TNJ Chat, there was an update on the website today. How are we liking the new chat experience? Good? Whatever happened to Al Gore? Invented the internet and then disappeared? All right, we got a couple of minutes and we're back live. I've still got the Justin Timberlake DUI footage, which is hilarious. It's a good time, and we'll check that out together. We haven't even really gotten into some of the drama going on at airports with TSA other than with Amy Kay a little bit. Man bear pig happened to Al Gore? It's perfect. Over on TNJ Chat? Good. Dispatch Dan's trying to launch off some fireworks over on TNJ Chat. He's not authorized to do so. Only the mods can do the chat effects where there's like, we can rain in chat, it can shake, confetti can go off. It's a good time. My favorite thing so far in TNJ Chat is actually the games. Because playing group games like the Jeopardy and Family Feud games is fun. It's a good time. Even I'm playing. Anybody else see the Project Hail Mary movie this weekend? Anybody else? Or was it just me? Abraham on TNJ Chat says the games are so much fun. It is absolutely a blast. Kurt says there are games. I didn't see that. Yes. Yeah, that's like so many features. It's ridiculous. Watch parties. I put South Park on there for a little while yesterday, testing some things out. Dan says Family Feud made me want to throw my phone. Hey, I suck at it, but it's fun. 90 seconds. Go see movies we pour here. I'll tell you, it was expensive because we went to the RPX theater, and I said, I wish it was louder. It was kind of like low volume, and I wish they like turned it up a little bit in the theater. And Courtney goes, I thought it was fine, but I mean, you should be happy with the experience if you're spending over $50. And I was like, it was over $50? Damn. That's wild. That's a lot of money for a movie. Here we go.
Everyone talking. You think you know what's going to happen, but it never goes as scripted.
Lock in Fox Sports Radio is your number one preset on the iHeartRadio app for the hottest takes, biggest interviews, and complete coverage. Plus, binge on-demand podcast for more coverage like Good Game with Sarah Spain.
Basketball, and more basketball.
Search college basketball on the iHeartRadio app and listen now.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
The only show brave enough to admit we Google half this stuff. This is the news.
Did. And you tell me if they think they should lose their job over this. It's an interesting one. It's coming up in just a moment. Plus, we'll get to your feedback, your emails, and your dispatches. Send those over at thenewsjunkie.com. I got to tell you, I'm incredibly happy with and proud of the TNJ Chat 2.0 that I have launched over on the website. It's unbelievable what you can do just vibe coding stuff these days.
Hell yeah, brother.
I had a couple of other chats and stuff that I liked, and I was like, this is a good experience. I dig this. I enjoy this. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I was like, oh, here's some extra features that I could put on my chat over here that would be even better. And it's a blast. So I hope you check it out at some point in time. People all weekend long were playing games. They play games right in the chat. You could do watch parties now. So everybody can watch a stream, like the stream of the show together in chat. There's a lot of people talking right now, just kind of hanging out over there. I see you. It's been fun watching that community grow. I don't want to ignore any other communities that are out there, but this is a thing where it's like, hey, I can control this chat. I can control the features. I can control the stability. I can fix this for long-term growth. And it's going to be a very important part of the future of the show, this TNJ Chat 2.0. And one of the things I was working on over the weekend, which is just wild, is I can hit a button over here and people from the chat room can call into the show live. And it's not ready for prime time yet, but I could just hit a button, and then all of a sudden in the chat room at thenewsjunkie.com/chat, you can hit the phone call icon and call into the show, and it auto screens them and does all of that. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's a breakthrough. Again, it's the way forward. This is the way. And I hope you go check it out over at thenewsjunkie.com/chat. And it could be even more important considering I've got, as of today, 99 days on my contract. 99 days TikTok on my contract. That's before the end of the month of June. Well, June 30th. After that, who the hell knows what's happening. Haven't heard from the suits at all in, I think, 3 weeks now. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen. And honestly, I am 0% worried because it's like an interesting time to be in the media landscape, and there's lots of opportunity out there. So we'll see what happens with iHeart, 99 days, TikTok, and we'll see what happens with you. I hope you go over to thenewsjunkie.com/chat at some point in time and just drop in and say hi to the real nice people that you'll find over there on TNJ Chat 2.0. All right, I wanted to talk about this and tell me if you think this guy should be fired. This is a Orange County Fire Rescue member. Is that what they call a firefighter, a fire rescue member, or is that a different type of person?
Fire
rescue?
First responder.
Yeah, Orange County Fire Rescue is what it says. So I don't know if that's supposed to be like a firefighter, or if they don't call them firefighters anymore, they call them fire rescue. So that's just the story I have in front of me. It says an Orange County Fire Rescue member was caught on camera making an inappropriate remark while responding to an emergency evacuation at an apartment complex last week. And when I saw this, I was like, wow, what did the guy say? And they said, oh, he made an inappropriate joke. And so, okay, hold on. Now let's bring up this story. This is from WFTV. And they're talking about this guy. I think they might have the footage of what this person said. Now, this happened at an apartment building. If you missed this, happened at an apartment building where all of these people started freaking out because the building was making weird noises.
And then some of them couldn't open their doors.
And their front doors wouldn't open. And they said, I think the building is shifting right now. What the hell's going on here? And it turns out it was. And so they called out all of these people on the scene, including this person who's an Orange County Fire Rescue member. And then when he got there, he made a joke. And now they said he's been caught making this joke. Some people are calling for his job and stuff, which I think is stupid, but I'll play it for you.
Doorbell camera video showing firefighters walking around her apartment and joking about the situation. They have blurred their identities and bleeped some of the profane language.
All right, so what happened was this woman's doorbell camera caught the fire rescue people as they were wandering around her apartment. And she took the footage and apparently brought it to the media. And while they were wandering around, one might say in a brave way, inspecting the building that was sinking into the ground at that point in time, while they were walking around, they were just making a couple of jokes back and forth. And this woman is like, this is inappropriate.
Sent us doorbell camera video showing firefighters walking around her apartment and joking about the situation. We have blurred their identities and bleeped some of the profane language.
Can you imagine chilling, living, oh my God.
All right, so you saw the security camera there.
You're right.
Let me see if I can pause on this
and
one
joking
section
about the situation. We have blurred their identities and bleeped some of the profane language.
So here is the fire rescue guy that they're going after right now. He says, can you imagine just chilling, just living Jay off? And then you're like, oh my God. So he means to say, like, can you imagine just living in the building? And you're like, oh my God, the building is falling in the ground.
And you happen to have been masturbating at the time.
Yes. So he's like, he's adding a little sparkle to the conversation. And he said, can you imagine just doing that? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, the building's collapsing into the ground. And the claim was that this is unprofessional and that this is unbelievable. And the guy should be like fired for this. I think this is just such a silly joke. Like
they got the people out.
They got the people out. They went in there. They were inspecting the room. They were doing the brave thing as far as I could tell. And somebody says, Dan says, firefighters say so much worse than that. True, right? Like, what I hear here is a two-pronged argument. One is that this is like unprofessional or something, and it's inappropriate because it was a shocking, dangerous situation. Or two, it's because it was like a sexual joke in nature. That was just the guy. There's nobody there. They're wandering around with their coworkers. They're screwing around with each other. But what do you think? Fired or not fired? Let us know what you think.
Fired.
It seems so small. I'm like kind of amazed.
Something because certainly I've heard worse and zero repercussions.
But do you know how much worse it was what they did to Afro Man? This is just them going in your house to make sure everything is okay. Cluish Kid says on YouTube he knew he effed up. But did he really? Like, I find it just be so inconsequential. Like, I would not be upset by this, but maybe you would. Let us know. Orange County Fire Rescue officials addressed the recording and distanced the department from the behavior shown in the video. The agency released a statement clarifying that the language used does not reflect the organization's standards. Orange County Fire Rescue does not condone the statements made in the video footage and upon proper review will take appropriate actions, this says.
What's appropriate, though?
Make sure you say masturbating instead of the J off.
The department will conduct a formal review of the incident to determine the specific actions that will be taken regarding the employee. They're not saying, but clearly, like, firing could be in the equation.
Oh,
come on. Not fired is what the overwhelming opinion seems to be. It's such a tiny little dumb nitpicking thing. But we'll take your feedback on this as well. Send your dispatches over to thenewsjunkie.com or emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? The star of Reacher apparently went full method and instead of a stunt double, beat the crap out of his neighbor. Look out 90s and 2000s B through D listers. The Grim Reaper seems behind on his Q1 quota. Plus, Nickelback is so back that it is full body slamming. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
And this one victim said, quote, our sweet mother, they dismembered her. They sold her shoulders, knees, and feet for profits. I don't even know how I would react, but I will say...
Hello, everybody. Hello. Hey, YouTube. Hey, Twitch. Welcome to the show. For those of you who might be new to the stream, this is a show that's on a bunch of radio stations. And when we're during commercial breaks like this, we chat. It's called Skull Mic. There's a skull down here and a mic down here, and the camera follows me around the room as we do it. So we hope you'll hang out and join us every single day, Monday through Friday, every weekday, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., talking about everything viral going on planet Earth. I hope you're good today. Jonathan says, Channel 9 hates our lives. The fire department, depending on your perspective. Channel 9 hates or loves the fire department, depending on your perspective. Yeah, Missy says the person wasn't even there to hear it firsthand. That's true. Like, you weren't even there to be offended by it. And then you watch the doorbell cam video because it's this Karen, it's like a Karenocracy at play in the United States of America, where these Karen-like characters will film something and then go, what can I catch the firefighters who are trying to secure the building saying? And the firefighter talks about, like, you know, masturbating while the building was going to crash in. It's the biggest non-story ever. But some crazy Karen's like, I'll turn it in. Insane. It's so crazy to me. It's like an ever-present layer of society right now. Ever-present layer of society where it's these whiny, entitled Karen types who are just trying to get somebody for the smallest one-up, like the smallest power increase. I want the firefighter to be fired. Right. Does this make me think that this guy is somehow incapable of doing his job? Or is this really that inappropriate of language to be using at work? So the person who sent this video into the TV station, go outside or get a real job. Because if you had a real job, you would notice your coworkers talk a lot worse than that. Not fired, right? I would have laughed my ass off, right? I'll bet this crazy Karen thought they robbed him too. Well, I mean, it certainly could be. You know, it's like, I think they realized they had footage, and they go, what can I find? Who can I tattle on? What a bullshit worldview. What an embarrassing worldview. Imagine calling somebody out to help you because you're scared for your life, and then going after them for making a little joke about being placed in a dangerous situation to try to protect your well-being. Kiss my ass. That's insane. All right, we're coming back. Folks, when we come back, we're going to be doing the next episode with Sabrina. We'll go over everything happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. After that, I've got some amazing banger clips for today. We got the Justin Timberlake DUI thing. I got chaos at the airports with TSA. I got ICE officers at the airports to try to fill in the void. We're loaded up. So don't go anywhere. Here we go.
One platform lets you save time and thrive. Ask your web browser about EasyCater or start an order at easycater.com.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline nasal spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in my garage over 15 years ago to make custom blinds easy and affordable for everyone. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or two or 4. You're listening to
almost everybody was like, this is so ridiculous that the person who filmed this firefighter making a joke is trying to call them out or go after their job to begin with. It's like the tiniest infraction. We live in this sort of like Karenocracy of people who find moments like this and then try to get somebody fired or like try to get somebody in trouble for doing what they found on their doorbell footage.
It makes you wonder, like, were you masturbating and you feel just like it was a personal attack, perhaps?
I can't imagine watching that footage. And if you missed this, it was somebody's doorbell cam footage after these firefighters and fire rescue people came to save them because their building was like collapsing into the ground. And because they walked around in their apartment and made a silly little joke that wasn't even that offensive, they sent it into the TV station and the TV station ran with it. And now they're like, we're investigating. We were going to possibly punish this employee. And you've said way worse at your place of work. Trust me on that. 100,000%. You said way worse.
Who are you talking to, Huss?
And it's just so dumb. It's like nobody's really offended by this. This is this culture of these people who are always trying to get at somebody. This weird group of Karens that are constantly like, she finds the doorbell cam footage and goes, ooh, can I get fired? I need the tiniest bit of a power upgrade today. It's embarrassing. They should all be embarrassed. They really should be. They should all be embarrassed, and they should be ostracized and booed from polite society whenever they do this crap.
I think the video should be shown, but only because it's kind of funny.
It is.
I think it's a little funny, and I think people like to see funny videos.
And it was a fair point.
I don't think anybody should lose their job over it.
Statistically speaking, one person that they had to help out of the apartment was.
They could have been accurate about their sexualized comment that they made during this tragedy. We'll see what you think about this. Right now, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Oh, I need to find an Epstein to give me a good rub down. Please don't.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day. Hold up.
Hold up is right. Looking to refinance, buy your first dream home? You need to work with That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. That's a website chock full of information for you. Very easy to navigate through and direct access to the expert and friend himself. That Mortgage Guy Don has your back, looking out for you, looking out for your family, and making sure you get the best deal, quote, or, possibility when it comes to all of those big life decisions. Start the process today by going to ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
It was a mere 44 years ago, 1982. This right here debuted on ABC.
Days of Our Lives.
No.
General Hospital.
No.
There's a...
Somebody.
One Life to Live.
Somebody loves somebody.
Joni loves
Chachi.
That is correct, C-Lane, with a point. But 3 points up for grabs. The word chachi is very similar to what word in Korea?
Penis?
Penis.
That is correct, C-Lane.
Is what
4 points
boys
on the
have
board.
down in
Congratulations.
Penis
Wait for it.
is the word, though it seems blunt. All boys have a penis, so no matter what you've heard, remember that penis is the proper word.
And good for you, Joni. Popular gal in Korea, I am sure. Someone who's not popular on Earth anymore because he is dead, we say bye-bye to Nicholas Brendan, one of the stars of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, who passed away over the weekend.
That
and I gotta
sucks.
say, with all of the celebrity deaths we have seen in Q1, the milkshake duck of Nicholas was quick. Just 3 days before his death, after it was confirmed by the media outlets at 54 he passed away, Nicholas Brendan was accused of throwing things at construction workers and tracking a man who was hired to help renovate his home.
Okay.
Not only is he slaying vampires, but he's going after construction workers. According to legal documents obtained and reported exclusively by Us Weekly, they say on St. Paddy's Day of all the holidays, the star was in the process of suing his former contractor, Stephen Britton, for more than $120,000, claiming that he had left unfinished work at his Ohio home. OH?
Ohio.
Thank you. Britton alleged that he had terminated their contract, claiming in a December 2025 filing that he and his employees were subjected to harassment by Brendan, who is reportedly swearing and throwing objects at them. No word on what objects whatsoever. Then I tried to look up some other information about his death. News outlets just covering this story, which is a little sad. And one that I saw from last year that after his heart incident, Nick says he's just okay. And no,
I never watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Me either. Yeah,
it was on in the background. I think it was.
I only know Sarah Michelle Gellar. That's all I know.
Well,
when they canceled the new
the reboot.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dolly Parton was behind for some reason.
Somebody said it sucked. Like it was like really
like vampire sucking.
No, like it wasn't good enough to keep eyeballs on it.
Yeah.
But,
because I never watched it, like I didn't realize that that was one of like Allison Hannigan's first big roles, because I only know her as I only knew her prior to How I Met Your Mother as the band camp girl from American Pie.
Oh, that's right. She was BFF with Buffy.
Yes.
Do you guys watch Reacher by any chance?
I have not watched Reacher.
Well, this guy was reaching into his neighbor's face. I bring to you, and I send it in the group chat, Sean, just probably on mute would be the best. But we had Reacher star Alan Richardson shooting an episode with no cameras around. Yeah! Beating the crap out of his neighbor in Tennessee. Alan is going toe-to-toe with a man while two children, reportedly the actor's children, were sitting on their motorbikes watching the whole thing.
He's just slugging the guy.
Big time. And with his big motorcycle, just beating the crap out of him. The alleged victim, Ronnie Taylor, said it all started Saturday when Alan was riding his green Kawasaki bike through the quiet, well-to-do Nashville suburb.
He tried to take off, and after fighting this guy, look,
and the
then
Kawasaki just took off, right?
Yeah, when he grabbed his motorcycle to get back up, he accidentally hit the throttle, and then like an idiot is like,
Oh, so he beats this guy up in front of his kids and then almost hits the kids?
Yeah.
I guess so. So the neighbor was claiming Alan was flying at excessive speeds, revving his engine, disturbing the peace, along with his two children and their mini motorbikes.
Bro, this is like a McMansion neighborhood. These are like huge houses.
But you can't bring the kids along on the regular street, so why not do it in your McMansion neighborhood?
I bet he was driving these dirt bikes and motorcycles they're on right on the street in front of these houses like it was like in the woods or something.
He flipped the bird at Alan, the Reacher star, and he claims the actor returned the gesture. And then we fast forward to around noon over the weekend, and he is doing it again. The two youngsters and their cool little bike gang. And at that point, he screamed, "Can you effing stop, please?" And that's when things turned a little bit physical.
I wonder if he's going to get in trouble. Did he get fired? Did they say what they're going to do? No?
Nothing yet. Alan rode off, claims neighbors saw the whole thing. Law enforcement confirm that there's an investigation stemming from the incident. No arrests have been made.
A lot of people in chat like this show, Reacher. I just never heard of it before.
I don't even know what it's about.
Yeah.
Reacher is nothing to do with that. And I'm
Jack
Office.
Reacher?
Jack Reacher, was that not what Jim from The Office starred in?
Reacher is an American action crime series for Amazon Prime.
Yeah, that's what we saw in the boxes, and that was
Yeah. Oh no. Was it that one? Was it Reacher, or was it the one that John Krasinski's in?
That's what I'm thinking of.
It says it's based on the Jack Reacher novel series. Maybe John Krasinski was in a movie and this is a TV series?
Well, there you have it. I don't remember seeing any Krasinski
Hold on.
neighbor fights, so good on that guy, ? And there's my time, but Nickelback be back, and congratulations to them.
Oh, he's Jack Ryan.
Damn it. Do you see?
It's Tom Clancy's. Yeah, Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. That's what he, John Krasinski.
Get a little confused. But don't be confused when you hear Nickelback, Bones for the Crows, the official theme for WrestleMania 42.
Wow.
You did it, Nickelback. Congratulations. And I'm sure a lot of wrestling fans. American Idol, The Voice. We have Country Wayne Nostalgia on Amazon. Streaming premiere of Sentimental Value on Hulu. And you can catch Jeff Tweedy on Kimmel. Follow your dreams of me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay with me.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. I'm just waiting for the Reacher versus Ryan, the spinoff show where those two characters kind of work together. Jack Ryan, Jack Reacher. They were not supposed to meet until this very moment. It could be very, very soon that happens. Oh, it's called the Ryan verse. The Ryan verse is the Jack Ryan universe. I haven't watched this show either. If you can't tell, not a lot of
I don't think any
time
of us
on this
have.
one. But the people on chat were definitely a big fan of that dude's show. But he looks like a dick.
No.
And it seems like he was driving a motorcycle through the neighborhood being annoying, and then when the guy confronted him, he beat the guy up
in front of his two cool kids and their motorcycles. So
and then almost crashed. I don't know what's happening in this neighborhood, but hey, I have something for you real quick. They just released some new footage, and it is of LaGuardia Airport, where you can see the fire truck that the plane ran into. There's the fire truck right there. The fire truck. Now here comes the plane.
Oh, so that was like timing.
I mean, the fire truck is going across, and then the plane just must have been going 100 miles an hour. It was just landing
easily,
and just totally smashed into the side of this fire truck. I'll put this up on See It Now since it's a visual, and we'll come back in just a second.
Wow.
We got a lot more to get into in the second half of the show. We still got this Justin Timberlake DWI footage, which is hilarious. There's a lot of really, really good nuggets in there that we have to cover for sure. And we've got an update on the Nancy Guthrie case, believe it or not. We're loaded up, and we'll get to all of this before the end of the show. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Update on the accident. Florida's Turnpike northbound after 192 is in the process of being cleared up. Right now, currently, the left lane is blocked. Also, a crash still in the process of being moved. Magnolia Homes Road northbound at Maitland Boulevard, right lane blocked. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Advanced Air Home Service. One call does it all.
Dispatch, this is Mindy at Advanced Air Home Services. Coming to terms with a dying AC unit is tough. If you need to replace your AC, visit advancedairandheat.com.
Hello, stand by.
Last year, I said goodbye to my sweet and very, very old washer and dryer. And when it came to buying a new one, I didn't want to guess. I definitely did not want to waste time at a big box store. So what did I do? I went to Southeast Steel Appliance Warehouse. And it made all of the difference. The team of experts at Southeast Steel asked the right questions and helped me find the perfect LG laundry pair. And right now, with LG, the more you buy, the more you'll save on select appliances. So why not upgrade your laundry or go for the slam dunk and get the entire LG kitchen you've been dreaming of? Because trust me, at Southeast Steel, you get the best deal. Tell them Sabrina from the News Junkie sent you.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com. Tired of staring at your cold swimming pool?
Okay.
With Solar Source, you can finally enjoy your favorite.
Welcome behind the scenes of the show.
Year long. With over 75,000 systems installed over the last 40 plus years, Solar Source is trusted by forest.
How are you, everybody? Good to see you.
And the Summer Olympics. Enjoy parties,
Multiple chats, all their own beautiful environments. Hello, Crazy Drunk Cat Lady Nicole, Bootsy Abraham, Crypto, Stepafee, Stepafee, the Stepafee. Nailed it. Hey, not Steve on Twitch. How are you? Got Crypto posting a peek over on TNJ chat. And that is interesting. A rat chewed your wiring, I guess. Thank you. Sean's here too, yeah. That's me. Okay, I gotta try to censor this Justin Timberlake footage because it's funny as hell. Here we go. Let me see. The rankest?
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. Many retailers use a computer program to tell you which mattress to buy.
It's gotta censor this clip.
That's not how finding the right mattress works. At OMS,
I can play it for you, but you know what I mean. A lot more people listening on the radio, so let's make it so people can hear it on the radio.
no computers, no gimmicks, just personal attention and quality mattresses built locally. Visit any showroom and experience the OMF difference for yourself. This is headquarters.
Sin beep. Okay. Processing.
Every vehicle, $99 down. Customers everywhere. You can do this. Now get back out there and sell everything we got. Just $99. Sir, yes, sir. Every new Hyundai, every vehicle, just
Okay.
$99 down. At headquarters.
Looks like there was just one F word.
Sir, what about credit? If you got a job at $99, you ride. Even if your credit's so bad, your nana won't loan you money.
All right, we got 2 minutes and we're back, folks. Hope your Monday's going well. How many of you have gotten a DUI before, huh? Anybody brave enough to admit it? Huh? Shut up. Somebody said I just won $2,000 on my weekly Monday Lotto scratcher. If that's true, good for you. Potential for chatter of the day, honestly. Could be your name here. Could be your name here. 90 seconds and we're back. I won $32 on my weekend scratcher, not nearly as impressive. Let's be real though. It's still cool, right? It's still a cool thing. I got arrested for it, but I was let go due to my soberness. Well, yeah, a key part of the DUI is that you are actually intoxicated. And let me tell you, when you see the footage that they released that Justin Timberlake didn't want them to release, you will agree that he's definitely drunk. He's definitely hammered. It's pretty funny. And we're going to play it right now. Here we go. Here we go.
Going out of our way to deliver exceptional value for those milestone moments in everyone's life, and always just a little bit extra for our military and first responders.
My name is Jameson Kinsey, and I'm a firefighter paramedic. And I've been super grateful for everything IDC has done for myself and our department.
International Diamond Center, proud to serve those who serve us. 3 convenient Orlando locations.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human. On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock. This is
A lot going on in the world of all things viral. Hang out with us instead of the same 3 songs over and over and over. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, going through the most viral stories of the day. Learn more at thenewsjunkie.com. I hope that's not true. Somebody's saying there's just complete silence on the radio right now.
I think there's some tower issues that they're trying to reconcile.
Are you serious? We're completely broken? And all right,
I don't know about completely, but
Can I say the T word?
No.
All right.
Not that broken. We're not that broken down. Now, the problem is I can't tell people to come on over to YouTube to watch because they can't hear me to go, I don't know.
I think by now you should know that like the iHeartRadio as a backup would be the good move.
That's true.
Isn't that just assumed?
Yeah. When something goes down, go to a backup. All right. Immediately go to a backup and join us on the show because we are not stopping. Okay. Now I want to tell you about this because I thought it was pretty hilarious. They released all of this footage from when Justin Timberlake got arrested for DWI.
Why did this take so long?
Well, because he tried to stop it. That was the thing. We talked last week. I think I mentioned it briefly during the next episode that it was like doing everything he could in the legal realm to stop this. And now that he could not stop it, it makes sense as to why he tried.
Yeah, he really didn't want people to see this.
He's so hammered.
He's definitely drunk. And you could tell, and they're trying to give him the roadside test, which is essentially put one foot in front of the other and do like 8, lengths of your one foot in front of the other, moving up and down this line. And if you're sober, it's one of those things that's very easy to do. But if you're drunk, it's like a blue screen of death on a Windows computer. You're like, I can't do it. And Justin Timberlake, at one point during this roadside test, I've got a bunch of clips here, and they're all pretty good. At one point during the roadside test, he tries to do the thing where he's like, guys, I'm just trying to follow my friends home. I'm just, I'm just headed home at the end of the night. He's trying to say, let me go, all right? Just leave me alone, coppers. But they didn't. Here we go. Okay. Let's go in.
Left foot on the line. Left foot on the line first.
Left foot on the line.
And then you're going to put your right foot in front of your left. Stay just like that. Okay? You're going to heel to toe.
He's already about to fall.
Be a great time to do your instinct dances.
Oh, yeah, really.
Put your left foot on the line. Yep. You're going to have your right foot in front of your left, heel to toe. There. Okay, so we're going to put our left foot on the line first. Put your right foot in front of your left, heel to toe.
He's struggling already. It's like
the
instructions are like overload for him. What am I supposed to do? Bro, walk one foot in front of the other in a straight line. It's the easiest thing to do, unless you are hammered, which I think Justin Timberlake may have been in this occasion here. This was back in 2024 on June 18th. He tried to fight that this would not be released, but it would have released if it was anybody else, so I guess they released it for him.
And you can stay just like that, okay? Okay.
Okay.
So this is going to be a series of small of 9 heel-to-toe steps. I will demonstrate this like you're doing right now, like this. 1, 2.
Easy peasy
3,
for the cop.
All the way up to 9, followed by a series of small steps around. 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 9 back.
Can you put on
this
bye,
is gonna be
bye?
heel to toe. So you're going to be clicking your heels as you're going. Arms by your side.
I think that, like, we're about to the part where he goes, guys, please.
No, that was in the car.
I want to go home. Well, he does one of them right here, too, where he's like, guys, I was trying to follow some friends home.
While you're doing this, you're going to look down at your toes.
Guys, I'm just following my friends back to my house.
They already left.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just following my friends back to my house.
Well,
He sounds hammered, too. Guys. This is like when you've had too many to drink at the bar and you're trying to explain to your friends that you're going to be just fine.
Guys.
Look, I do this all the time. Guys.
They're so up ahead of me now, and I was following them.
There's a 0% chance he's sober, right?
No, absolutely.
He's drunk. Like, he's just drunk here.
Sure. Okay.
Just
like
do
I
it.
explained, it's going to be 9 heel-to-toe steps. You're going to be clicking your heels, arms by your side. Just wait until I have you go.
Like this?
Arms by your side. So
he's not grasping this at all.
I've never done this, so I'm just...
Just mimic him. It's going to be arms by your side, just like that, while you're doing it.
Perfect. I've never done this.
Your eyes are going to be looking at your toes as you take each step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Did you
9.
think he was going to say, I've never done this drunk?
It's just a weird thing to say. Like, guys, I've never had a field sobriety test before, so, just bear with me. It's my first one.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be like, Guys, I would be able to do this if I wasn't so absolutely hammered right now. So please bear with me. Oh, shoot. I'm not supposed to say that part?
Okay. Once you get to your 9th step, like I demonstrated, your lead foot's going to stay planted, and you're going to take a series of small steps around, followed by 9 heel-to-toe steps back.
No shot, buddy.
Again.
This is pretty complicated.
I know. The cop's like, then you do this, and it's like, bro, just tell him to walk in a straight line.
To get you.
Here's what you do. It's he's over-explaining.
It's out loud, looking at your toes. Arms by his side the whole way. So you're going to start with your left foot on the line.
Oh, here he goes. He's going to give it a shot.
Right foot in front of your left. You're going to stay like that, and then
just like this.
It's going to look like that. We'll start, okay? We'll start.
He's going to tell you when you're supposed to begin. He just wants you.
I'm sorry.
You're all good. He just wants you to be in position. He's going to basically tell you when to go. Okay.
So I'm going to have you get in position, and then I'm going to say you may begin. I got you.
What's so funny is these cops have no idea who he is.
No, because they're what, like 23, 24 years old?
Yeah, they're young and they don't know who Justin Timberlake is. So the cops are just like, hey, buddy, you're just a guy in I don't know if he's driving a minivan or something here. And like, just do the things we asked you to. Just one foot in front of the other.
So left foot on the line. Okay. Right foot in front of your left.
Ready?
Then you may begin.
And then
all right.
Here. Ready?
I'm a little nervous.
Left.
Yeah, I bet.
Right foot in front. You're going to look down. Ready? 1,
it's so
2,
long.
Okay.
3.
This is funny because I've had these moments before where if you're around somebody who's really drunk and they can't do something simple, you keep flexing how much you can do the simple thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? You can't walk in a straight line like this? And then you perfectly walk in a straight line. And then they're like, well, you make it look so easy.
Gonna ruin the world tour.
When you're doing it that way. So he failed miserably at that. And then we have him, let's see. Oh, this is funny. This is Justin Timberlake in the holding cell. Now, I've been in a holding cell a couple of times in my lifetime when I was younger. This is the smallest holding cell I have ever seen in my life.
It's tiny.
This is a small, dark, dank corridor that looks like something out of Five Nights at Epstein's, where you're hiding by. There's like an air vent in there. There's a little bench, but it's only for one person. It's only for one person. And Justin Timberlake at this point is not grasping that he's going to be spending some time in here.
So you're being held for the night, and then in the morning is the arraignment. So in the morning, usually around 9:30.
So you're being held all night?
It might not be this one. You might be over at the other one, and they actually have blankets for you.
You guys are wild, man.
He said, you guys are wild, man. He just realized he's staying in this little cubby hole all
Like I
night.
said, you can make a phone call if you would like. The attorney and things like that, you're allowed to call right now if you wish, or you can call later.
Yeah, at any point you want to make a phone call, let us know.
Yeah.
Right.
You are entitled to have phone calls.
So you're being held for the night, and then in the morning.
He's like, oh, God.
It's gonna be me.
And then the last one is when they're actually booking him, I think. This is Justin Timberlake going through the booking process.
I appreciate you boys for doing your job, man.
I appreciate that you understand that we got to do
Yeah,
our
I
thing.
appreciate you boys for doing your job. One more time.
He's hammered. I appreciate you guys doing your job.
All right. Hey, friends of Justin Timberlake.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't seem like he was even convincing them
No,
before
they
getting
knew he was
behind.
drunk. Yeah.
And it's just the way that he's acting, like you, I think, could have convinced Justin to get in the car with you and leave his car, whatever he was at prior to that, right?
Yeah, I think he didn't realize, oh, crap, even me, a celebrity, I will be able to weasel out of this, right? But no. They said, we don't know who the hell you are. We don't care if this is going to ruin the world tour. They're saying he blamed his performance on Lyme disease.
That was after the DUI
Was it?
went viral, and then he said he was suffering from Lyme disease.
Okay,
and then
yeah.
tried to, with everything he could from this footage being released. Did not work. So I think it's going to be a full circle of this going around until something else happens in the media.
Well, let's see what else he says to the cops.
You know, follow my friends home. And I appreciate you boys for doing your job.
Okay,
Say it again.
Oh, that.
Just look it over real quick before you sign.
All right, he's looking over the form that they filled to put him in jail and all the stuff that they filled in about him being Justin Timberlake.
White?
No.
Just kidding.
He looked at the form and he goes, white? You put white? And he goes, no, I'm just kidding. He's staring up at the cop. He's still running jokes. Right here.
White? I'm just kidding.
No, just kidding.
I'm just kidding, man.
I'm guessing it was a black cop.
I don't know.
So you're being
that's back into the holding cell there again. You know what? He doesn't seem like a horrible person in any of this.
Not
really.
But I also don't think he remembers any moment of that.
No, he was blacked out. He was pretty drunk there, I would think.
Did any of the footage they released include the infamous "This is going to ruin the world" tour
Yes.
or ruin the tour thing?
It was him in the car. It was before the field test.
Yeah, he did say that at one point in time. There's more of this, and then he's cursing here and there, but he didn't ever, in anything that I saw, Justin Timberlake didn't seem like a real jerk. He wasn't being rude or yelling at the cops. He
appreciated them for doing their jobs.
Really, a lot.
Was a good job.
So I think it doesn't make him look necessarily as bad as he was thinking. It doesn't make him look drunk, yes. And if he was lying and using excuses like Lyme disease for why he was performing bad at the sobriety test, that's crazy. But
I thought the Lyme disease excuse was what he was using for why he was performing bad at concerts.
Oh, really?
There was a lot
But that
of
info got released after the DUI stuff happened.
Yeah, there was a lot of like talk about Justin Timberlake's the tour, the one that the DUI was going to ruin, because he would there was a lot of clips from the crowd where you would see him doing a "Sunshine in My Pocket," and he's only singing like every eighth word, or he's just like he wants the crowd to sing the whole thing. It's like, come on, let me hear you, and people were like,
how'd that go?
We paid. Why did it look like I was?
Come on, let me hear you.
Let me hear you. And
Like
people
what I did for Toto that Just Okay years ago.
Right. And people are like, we paid a lot of money to have Justin Timberlake tell us to sing his songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that happens every once in a while with these performers. But for the drunken situation, he didn't seem like the worst guy, to me at least. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Hey, everybody, Brenda here. First off, Sean, I'm in the age range that you mentioned is the oldest that listens to y'all. So QVC isn't for oldos. And C-Lane, yes, it is still around. Be thankful that your wife does not shop on there. There are cute things on QVC and good deals and name brand purses for sure. That call
my
was
wife
hilarious.
Spends plenty of our money on Amazon. I don't think QVC is her not watching QVC is doing anything beneficial. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Love y'all, three best friends. Lauren says, "Hi, junkies. I'm a podcast listener, and I'm behind after a fun spring break trip to New York City. But I wanted to chime in after listening to the St. Patty's Day episode where you discussed the Bank of America settlement with one of the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. I work for a very large financial institution in the Financial Crimes Risk Management Department, and Sean is 100% correct that a bank or financial institution will weigh the reputational risk against whether a lawsuit is worthwhile. C-Lane asked whether a bank can be found liable for what customers do with their money, and yes, they definitely can be found liable. This person seemingly knows a lot about the field. Many large banks will actually fire a client when they find a customer presents too much reputational risk like Epstein. The banking industry has a metric ton of regulations in place to try to keep banks from facilitating transactions for illicit or illegal purposes. And a lot of the time, those transactions look completely normal. A regulator will fine banks millions of dollars. Anyways, love hearing you guys talk about my line of work. And Sean, you were fully on point. Keep up the excellent work. Ooh, the excellent work, says Lauren. Thank you so much for that. Couple more real quick. This person says, so far as this writing, nobody has mentioned the inherent problem with all these airports crammed in the middle of large cities. There's just too many flights, and air traffic can't maintain proper safety. Shortages of controllers are just one aspect of the problem. Of course, less flights would help, but that would mean less money and more inconvenience, and we can't have that, says this person. Well, I think what happened here was either the fire rescue truck that was at LaGuardia that got hit by the plane either they made a mistake or the air traffic controller made a mistake. One of those two people made a mistake.
I'm hearing that the air traffic controller made a mistake.
And the air traffic controller should have been like, don't go anywhere.
Yes.
There's a plane coming. Yeah.
That's what it's looking
It
like.
said over 100 miles an hour. That plane was going when it hit it. Yeah.
That's a lot of force. And it's so amazing to me that the people in the plane died, but the people in the fire truck that got hit by a plane didn't die somehow.
Because I think it's, from what I understood, like the last minute kind of, we are going to sacrifice ourselves pilot move to make it less of a casualty for everyone on board. And probably it was the back of the fire truck.
Yeah, that's probably why. Because
there was one person on the plane that said it was going left and right all of a sudden, and then a huge hit slam on the brakes.
Well, because they couldn't really go anywhere. You can't like swerve and just, if you swerve the plane,
fast,
you're going to kill 100 people. You're going to flip the plane over. It's in the middle of landing at a high rate of speed, as this plane was at LaGuardia. Stop doing the plane. Stop demanding the plane song from Sea Lane, please. I hate this every time now. Back on a plane. Chat people keep going back on a plane, back on a plane.
Not the. Can you make a sadder version of that? Maybe
It's the the story is brought up by an emailer, not me this time, so it doesn't count. Jason says, "What's up, three best friends? I have a friend whose best friend took out credit cards in my friend's name and spent $8,000 on Kratom in 8 months. Holy cow! The addiction seems to be the same as street drugs," says Jason. We'll save some of these other stories for just a little bit later on in the show, and I'll refresh and get to your dispatches because I want to hear about those. In fact, let's get to one real quick. Here's I'm Not a Hippie. We'll work on at least one dispatch.
Guys, I don't think I'm buying it. There's no way these cops didn't know who Justin Timberlake is, man. If you're in your 20s, you know who JT is, either from NSYNC, from a movie, or a commercial, or a Trolls movie, or something. You know who JT is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like these YouTubers. They react to Michael Jackson and Eminem songs for the first time, but they're in their late 30s. There's no living person on this planet that's in their late 30s that's never heard Michael Jackson or Eminem song.
True.
I'm not buying it. Come on now.
I think like I was thinking of that when we were watching these videos because, yeah, it may have been the case that they didn't recognize Justin Timberlake when they pulled him over. But as soon as you ask for the license and registration and you see Justin Timberlake, I mean, that is a very, very recognizable name.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're looking at his ID.
He said,
He's
if I remember correctly, he had said who he was because he had talked about the world tour.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'm Justin Timberlake. And you're, who? Can I have your license? And then he gave it to him. Had he started off just singing, I think it would be a completely different scenario.
Wouldn't that have been even more brutal? You're like, damn, I'm getting in trouble for drinking and driving right now. God, I'm famous. This is going to be on the news. And then you go, and they don't even know who I am. Oh, it hurts worse. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll get some more of you. I've got more of Palm Beach Pete, believe it or not. We'll see what he has going on. More details on this plane crash at LaGuardia Airport and what caused all of it. And a lot to get into before the end of the show. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is
Monsters in the Morning.
Man, like we were just messing around about the chicken, and he got really angry. I was like,
okay,
I was just playing with Ryan.
I honestly did get mad about that because Ryan was making me mad because everything I said he was poo-pooing on.
Hello. Hello, yuckers. All day, yuckers. Hey, everybody in chat. Chat, we do this every once in a while. It's time. It is time for the lurkers to come forward. Lurkers, everybody sitting in chat, first thing I want you to do is subscribe and hit the like button. You may be eligible for Chatter of the Day just say hi. You're watching, you've never said anything in chat ever. Just say hi. Just pop out. Stop the lurking for a second. Just say hi. Hello?
Are you looking to upgrade your appliances? Did you know that LG is rated America's
Just a little, just like, pop it in so we know you're there, okay? I understand it's not for everybody. People don't want to be the center of attention.
right there they're in downtown Orlando. Their experts can tell
But I want to see you. Hi, Diana. Hi, how are you? Thank you for saying hello.
My LG laundry pair. Save now during LG Appliances March Madness. Skip the big box store. Don't waste any time.
Good to see you.
Right to the experts by going to the South.
Folks, I understand. Sometimes you're just a viewer. You're not a chatter necessarily. You don't even want the Chatter of the Day trophy. You don't even want your name here. But still, I want you to know I see you. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Julie. Everybody, let's hear it for Julie. Everybody, let's hear it for Julie. Thank you, Julie, for coming forward. Hi, Jillian. Let's hear it for Jillian, everybody. Hi, thanks for popping up. A couple minutes and we're back live. Hi, Josh. Hi, Jill. Don't say ban, Julie. Hi, Bailey. Bailey says, I love the show. I'm new. Bailey, how did you find the show? How did you find the show, Bailey? I'm always interested. All the J's are here. True. I want you to just come forward. Just say hi. Don't be shy. Just type a little HI and then run away. This is how we pull some of the lurkers forward every once in a while. Hi, K Mattos. Hello. Everybody say hi to K Mattos. Hi. Thank you for being here, K Mattos. Mega Chat is blurry. It's not blurry for me. People are very wary. But now is your moment. This is where you step up. Mr. Predicto, will the next lurker to say hello win the lottery?
I am confident it is no.
Mr. Predicto, will the next lurker who comes forward find the love of their lives?
Yes, it is certain.
You see? Mr. Predicto, will the next person to come forward get great fortune in the coming days for stopping with their lurking?
The outcome cannot be predicted.
1 out of 3. 1 out of 3 ain't bad. Dave, there he is. Hello, Dave. Hey, Dave, how are you? Did you see my email? I don't know. My email is a lot.
Experience the difference with cruises to Alaska, the Caribbean, and Europe. Norwegian Cruise Line. It's different out here. Visit ncl.com. Call your travel advisor 188-NCL Cruise.
What am I looking for? I mean, I have a lot of emails. Most of them are airplane stories. You are sending me airplane stories. Then some people complaining about the broadcast. I don't know what's going on with the station. I can't crawl up on the tower and fix it, but I'm glad if you come over here, that's good. Hey, Tanya. Both Tanyas. Hey, the Tanya.
One of my favorite ways to travel. There's just something incredible.
Hey, Lint. There she is. Lint. Lint coming forward. Thank you for being around.
That's why I'm so excited to team up.
I didn't see how that one person found the show. Did I miss it? Ah. Did I miss it? Stand by.
With 3 convenient locations in Central Florida, Winter Garden, Palm Bay, and Orange Beach. You're always close to starting your next adventure.
Hey, Daniel.
Here's the best part. Giant Recreation World is giving all of you guys an exclusive 10% discount.
Hey, your beer.
Just mention the promo code Sabrina104 when booking your rental. Visit Giant Recreation.
I didn't see an answer on that. But if you're new to the stream, Tell me how you found it. Tell me how you landed on us. All right, we're coming back right now.
Examines how former Bachelor Clayton Echard's one-night fling spiraled into a paternity scandal. Through interviews and investigation, the podcast follows his fight to expose the truth with the help of strangers and citizen sleuths.
The whole fear behind this is like, first off, I don't believe you. But if by chance you actually got pregnant, I'm not afraid of how many kids. I'm afraid of you.
Listen to Love Trapped on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Love Trapped and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
On paper, the three hosts of the Nick, Dick, and Poll show are geniuses. We can explain how AI works, data centers, but there are certain things that we don't necessarily understand. What Kugler did that I think was so unique.
Who's he?
He's the writer-director.
Who do you think he is?
But hey, no one's perfect. We're pretty close, though. And you can find out if you listen to the Nick, Dick, and Poll show on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow the Nick, Dick, and Poll show and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
Your front row seat to the most viral stories in the world. This is
viral newsroom right now. This is the News Junkie, and you learn more about the show. As you might imagine, the website is thenewsjunkie.com. Hang out in the new chat room over there. Go say hi at some point in time during today's, lunch break, dinner break. I don't know, whenever you get a second, just pop in and say, hey, hello. There's a great community over there on TNJ Chat 2.0 over on thenewsjunkie.com. All right, every once in a while, I'll see a video like this or a story like this, and I'll go, we're not hearing the whole story. What if we knew more about this, then we'd know why this happened. There's more to the story. And I saw from Pix 11 in New York City, it said that a USPS, that's the United States Postal Postal Service worker, a USPS worker was charged with shoving a 4-year-old to the ground. And I thought, well, we don't know the whole story. There are circumstances where I would shove a 4-year-old to the ground.
First of all, that 4-year-old was huge.
If this 4-year-old has like a mustache and he's bullying you, then you shove him to the ground. Who cares if he's 4? There are things that could happen. Like if there was a 4-year-old who is, I don't know, posing some sort of danger to me, maybe I would shove them to the ground.
Yeah.
We don't know enough, right? We
like a rabid 4-year-old.
We don't know the full story. Why is the 4-year-old rabid? What is going on here? And so I click a couple more stories and I'm trying to read a little bit more. And finally I go, ooh, I found the video. I found the video of the United States Postal Service worker who's in trouble for shoving this little kid to the ground. It's a grainy video, but I'm watching. I go, okay, here's a little 4-year-old. There's a little 4-year-old who's making his way over to the postman, the mail guy. And I guess that's the 4-year-old who gets shoved down by him.
That's a 4-year-old?
Yeah, he's a little kid. He's wandering over, and I go, oh, how bad could it be?
Okay.
And then I go, well, I don't know if I can defend this guy.
It's like a giant 4-year-old.
So the kid kind of toddles his way over to it's a traditional mail vehicle, like many of you are maybe even driving right now. And he wanders over there. I don't know what he's saying or whatever. But the guy
and it's quick.
checks his ass.
And are those his 4-year-old friends?
I think so. And they haul ass on their scooters. They're all on their scooters.
That doesn't seem like a 4-year-old.
And the guy just comes over and then he goes, boom. He got a hold of this kid. So from what I'm seeing here, male person, it looks real hard to defend. It looks like you just popped out of your mail truck and you did indeed push a 4-year-old onto the ground. So good luck. I don't know if you're going to be able to save your job, but I will put this up right now over on See It Now on thenewsjunkie.com.
Has there been any sort of statement from the mail carrier saying that maybe like the kid had a weapon in his hand, or the kid they were doing something nefarious?
Here's the shocking incident. USPS mail carrier assaults 4-year-old. Oh, he was charged and released. The mailman in question here. It says a shocking and deeply disturbing incident unfolded Thursday where a USPS mail carrier violently assaulted a young child. An attack that was fully captured on CCTV footage.
It's not the most violent thing I've ever seen, but all right, we'll move on.
You got him. It says the suspect in the shocking incident involving the assault of a 4-year-old has been taken into custody by the Ramapo police. They said it was very disturbing footage that led them to this. Then they said the incident involved 39-year-old Stony Point man who's a USPS employee who intentionally shoved the 4-year-old child to the ground. The suspect has been charged with endangering the welfare of a child and attempted assault in the 3rd degree, was released on his own recognizance. And then they said they announced due to the ages of the victim under 7 and the suspect over 18, the defendant has also been charged with attempted assault in the 2nd degree, a felony. So this guy's hit with it, and he's facing some actual charges.
Okay, there's at least 2 posts here that I can see about this incident that are claiming that the little boy was Jewish, and so now it's a hate crime.
Uh-oh. So the little kid's Jewish?
And he ran up to him saying, I'm a 4-year-old Jew. I'm a 4-year-old Jew.
How did he know that he was Jewish?
I don't know. That this is a post from the Combat Anti-Semitism Movement. A U.S. postal worker has been charged after assaulting a 4-year-old Hasidic boy in Muncie, New York. This is a hell of a paywall. The attack occurred Thursday, blah, blah, blah.
Pay for the website.
Not really telling me much more about this. They're just, now that the kid's Jewish.
I've got some more in front of me. I'm putting this up on See It Now so you guys can take a look at it and you can judge for yourself. I want to know what you think. It seems fairly indefensible. He just completely checks this 4-year-old for what looks like no reason, but there are some more details here. This says, we want to acknowledge the Ramapo Police Department for their actions regarding this incident where a mail carrier appears to have allegedly violently punched and shoved a kid to the ground. I don't know if I saw a punch, but I did see a shove. No matter the circumstances, violence against children is never acceptable. Now, that's nonsense. That's nonsense. No matter the circumstances, violence against children is never acceptable.
Ooh, this is going to be a fun argument to make, Sean. Let's hear it.
That is nonsense. Sometimes kids do, in some circumstances, deserve to get shoved or hit or whatever. You imagine you're walking along with your wife or something and a bunch of kids start attacking her and you're like, no matter the circumstances, violence against children is never acceptable. I've made this argument 8 billion times. Old people, young people, women, men, whoever. There's sometimes when you go, I'm going to punch this person, even if it's a kid. But I haven't seen a good excuse as to why he punched the 4-year-old. The New York Senator Bill Weber said, I've heard from constituents who are deeply alarmed about the assault of this young child. He must be prosecuted, this suspect, to the fullest extent of the law. So they're all going after him. I don't see any additional info about why this may have happened.
Yeah, there was the article that I was reading says witnesses said the suspect had been shouting at children in the area shortly before the assault. That's the only other thing I've heard about this. And that and the fact that they're saying that the victim was visibly identifiable as a Hasidic child in a neighborhood with a large Orthodox Jewish population.
I got some juice.
Okay, all right. Juice time.
Juice. I got some juice on the juice. This person calls themselves a neighbor, right? A neighbor says, how about these children ran after him for days and screamed that he's a clown?
4-year-olds?
They're saying these kids ran after him for days.
This is the neighbor or the driver?
It says a neighbor. That's the name they're going by, so I don't know. I thought the same thing. Nothing justifies an adult pushing a child like that. Again, nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
Okay, Celine, how old is Jackson? Almost 3, right? Or
he's 2 and some change.
Uh-huh.
Do you see, like, with, obviously he's walking, he's talking a bit, that in somewhat 2 years, he would be able to chase around and berate a USPS driver, calling him a clown?
He could probably do it now.
Gang of scooter friends?
Yeah, he doesn't have too many scooter friends, but,
4
is a
just
little
seems
young.
so young.
Four is a little young.
I got more. A neighbor chimed back in.
Okay.
A neighbor chimed back in. I agree. Nothing justifies pushing a child, but maybe the person posting the video should release the video from 3 minutes before. ...
Sounds to me like you're not just a neighbor, buddy.
It sounds like it's the same 4-year-old getting on the computer.
A Muncie resident says charges should be dropped. I don't believe he did this intentionally. He had a bad day like all of us have a lot of times. This child made him crazy for over 10 minutes while he was delivering mail down the entire street, and he busted on him by the last stop and released the entire video, not just when he's pushing him.
I mean, the whole 10 minutes thing could be because if you look at the video, he's pulled up next to one of those like community mailboxes. So he's in one place probably loading a good like 10, 15 mailboxes or so. So he's going to be there for a while, and maybe the kids were being super mean to him. I still don't think that's punchable or pushable.
You want to try to keep your cool and maybe talk to a superior about what's going on in that neighborhood. I think it's hilarious that they're like, it's because he was a Jew. Like, okay. So the USPS is just wandering around and he's like, are you a Jew kid? And just, that's pretty far-fetched. All right. I don't think that that's probably the case. You know, it seems much more likely that these kids were being annoying as hell and this guy finally snapped. We've all done it. You've all done it. Parents, you've done it before.
This is why they call it going postal.
Yeah, literally. The guy went postal because they were bothering him and clowning on him, and he cracked at some point in time, and he shouldn't have. He shouldn't have cracked. He should have kept it together. But I seriously doubted okay, this kid's a Gentile. Bring the Jew. Here's the Jew kid. Shove the Jew kid over. I seriously doubt that is what was happening in this circumstance. There's no way. We'll keep our eyes out for more updates, but I feel like we did just give you a pretty good rundown of what happened in this situation.
Those of you just tuning in, good luck.
I feel like we gave you a pretty good rundown of the USPS driver who pushed the 4-year-old and a neighbor giving their advice on what really happened behind this story.
Maybe you should show the whole video.
What happened 3 minutes before? Let us know what you think.
4-year-old looked like he had a phone in his hand.
There was
Where's that
three
POV?
At least 3 kids on the corner together. 2 of the kids who were about the same size had scooters, and the moment the 4-year-old got pushed, they hauled ass. They all hauled ass together and went off to whatever they were doing. I don't know, something. But we'll tell us
more
what you
mail
think.
carriers to terrorize.
Yeah, I guess so. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch. Is it ever okay to shove a 4-year-old? Could there be any circumstances?
If he's about to hurt himself more, you know, and you're shoving him out of harm's way. Like I've definitely kicked Jackson to avoid him hitting something bad.
Wait, hold on. So let's say Jackson is walking. We have to make this extreme, so bear with me. Jackson is toddling his way toward a king cobra. And because
you're right, we did have to make this extreme.
The only way to keep Jackson away from the king cobra is you got to sidekick him and punch him through the air, and then he goes over the king cobra. Whee! And then you're like, you're welcome, Jackson. See, there are reasons. There are reasons. Here's the Jew kid. Shove the Jew kid over.
Buddy.
There's a lot of context missing from that clip.
If I undo, delete, you say Gentile. And then that clip plays.
How great would it be if they were like,
this is a really offensive version of Duck Duck Goose.
we do have new audio of the USPS worker. Let's see what he said just moments before the attack. Here's the Jew kid. Shove the Jew kid over. No, it's not going to look good. The attorney is going to abandon the case quick. We'll see what you think about this. We'll get to jury duty. And I got the update on the Nancy Guthrie case. Some updates in that. The family is weighing in.
Still gone.
Yeah, it's still gone, but the family has some things they want to get out there. So
are we still counting the days, or are we done counting the days?
I think people might be done counting the days for this one, but I'll give you the update. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
AI has data, we have bad ideas that somehow work. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Rogue Recap Podcast.
Let's begin in the NBA, where the Magic are back at it tonight. They'll host Indiana. Orlando's lost 4 in a row after they got nipped by the Lakers this past Saturday.
Hello! How are you? Like the stream, stream, subscribe, all that good stuff. When the show is over, I want to let you know the chat continues over on thenewsjunkie.com.
Can't wait to see you there.
Hello? Did you kick any Jew kids while you were out there?
No, but I kicked the... No.
What? Black kid? What were you going to say, Courtney? No, but I kicked the Polish guy.
I'm going to public.
Okay.
Do you need anything other than your normal stuff?
No, I don't think so. Am I out of stuff?
Pretzels and chicken chunks.
Okay.
Well, you have 2 chicken chunks.
Don't call them chicken chunks. It's just chicken for my chicken and rice
If I
lunch.
put down chicken on the grocery list, then there's a lot of different kind of chicken.
Oh, I just want my regular chicken.
Chicken chunks.
It's not chicken chunks.
Chicken chunks.
That sounds like dino nuggies or something. Regular. Yeah.
Okay.
Be safe, please.
I'll tell the people at Publix you said hello.
What? You what?
I said I'll tell the people at Publix you said hello.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something totally different.
What did you think I said?
I thought you said, I'll tell all the butt plumbers you said hello. I don't know what that even... But I think I said okay afterwards. All right. I'll tell all the butt plumbers you said hello. That sounds like some sort of weird knockoff mafia movie. I'll tell all the butt plumbers you said hello. All right? Man, I made some delicious backed chicken on a bed of cabbage. Oh, baked chicken. Good for you. Get that chicken. Get that chicken. The butt plumbers love chicken. It's our favorite thing. We eat little Jewish boys and chicken. It's the entire diet of the butt plumber. That's my butt plumber, Jerry. Yucker says, man, I'm going to be busy today. Hey, everybody, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you lasted this long, hit the subscribe button. Hit like if you don't mind. 1 like on YouTube is 1 little Jewish boy unpushed by a USPS worker. Every time you click like, 1 less kid. 1 less little Jewish kid gets punted. It's brutal. About the TSA, I flew last week Orlando to Providence, Rhode Island, and I went through as normal. Got to Orlando 2 hours early for nothing. Oh, that's brutal, man. All right. Okay, we're coming back right now, everybody. I want to push the kid in the commercial that can't get enough balloons. I don't think I've seen that one. Here we go. Come back live on the show. You butt plumber.
LifeLock or LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
Hey guys, it's Ryan. I want to tell you about my new pastime, Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has been around for over a decade, delivering the most fun you can have online. Play social casino-style games for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 21+.
The Angels rejoin of the day is brought to you by Just Call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Home of the world-famous Game of Magnets. This is the...
The time is just kind of the way it goes. And I hope you hang out instead of listening to the same 3 songs over and over and over again. Hang out with the 3 best friends you never had, going through the most viral stories of the day. Somebody in chat just said something that struck me as a little brutal. Somebody said, I just flew from Orlando to Providence, and then they had no delay. They showed up at the airport over 2 hours early, and there was like no backup, no long lines. Damn it, man. There was no long lines, no backup, no anything like that. And they felt like kind of robbed because they had heard all the TSA drama.
Atlanta is what, 5-hour TSA lines?
Hold on. Here's Atlanta Airport at 7:00 this morning. So it was a while ago, obviously. It says, due to TSA staffing constraints, ATL is continuing to see longer than normal wait times at security checkpoints. Travelers are encouraged to arrive at least 4 hours early.
Jeez.
We appreciate your patience and thank our federal and airport partners for the continued dedication. That's the Atlanta Airport. And then this person says, I didn't have any backup at all. This is Atlanta at 5 a.m. this morning. This is the line. All right, I can mute that. This is outside. It's all the way outside of the airport and down the side of where you drop people off in your car. And that was at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. all these people gathered.
I mean,
but
at
other
that point,
people,
you have to
abandon
find
ship.
another airport to go to, right?
Or you
rent a
just-
car.
I mean, can we zoom? Can we zoom this? Do I need to be wherever I'm going here? Because that sucks, man. And it sucks in another way. Piano aside, sucks in another way.
So sad.
That you wait 2 hours or you go 2 hours early, and then there's no wait. Although I just count that as a win.
Yeah.
Just drink at the bar for a little while.
Nobody wants to hear from the guy who has zero TSA issues on a week like this.
Yeah.
Nobody
Stop
wants to hear from you, man.
Also, what are you doing in Providence? What are we doing?
I went to the airport, and it was a totally good experience. There were no problems. New Orleans Airport. I'm going to mute this just in case a bunch of people in line are pissed off and they start cursing at the camera person. Long line. Through the parking garage.
That sucks.
Wrapping around all sorts of cones. Oh, yeah, it just keeps going. It just keeps going. This is the line that looks like about maybe 2 hours before you get into the building where the airport is. That's how long this is. You're walking for 2 hours, slowly eking your way through line before you finally get up to the building itself. This is what it looked like when I went to H Mart. And Courtney was like, no, we're staying in the line. I said, I don't know. This doesn't look like it's moving very fast. This sucker goes on for a while, and they just walk all the way through this, all the way up into the airport. So hours and hours and hours, all these people are waiting because we have some issues at these airports. This is only in Dade, so I'm going to assume this is South Florida Airport. There's a huge line here, too. Yeah, everywhere. It's just like really big lines, except for where the one chatter went and just zoomed right through everything and had no problems. But there's a lot of lines.
I was on the plane in 5 minutes.
It was a breeze,
easy.
actually. Yeah. It's a shame it was even as long as it was, but it was like 10 minutes for me to get through. It was really, really bad. I also see some other things that people are talking about related to the TSA stuff. I'll save that for a hot second because right now it's time to do this. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go, just call Mo. You hear that? Just call Mo. You hear him on the show. And it really, I think, is going to be a great opportunity after a bad thing happens to you, like an accident. If you pick up the phone and you dial 800-CALL-MO, or you go to justcallmo.com. 800-CALL-MO or justcallmo.com. Did we figure out if the radio station is back on the airwaves, or if it's...
They're working on some stuff, I think. The people on the texting service were saying that if you are experiencing the problem turn off your HD radio and see if you can just go analog. Because I guess
does that anyway?
I don't know.
Old cars.
I've never listened to HD radio, like maybe one or two times.
Yes, you have, though. You just don't know
in
it.
Your car.
Yeah, if it's in your car, it's doing. Yes.
No,
Yeah.
it says when it's locked into HD on my car.
And you
I've
just
never
don't do
have-
it?
No, I don't. You can put it on like the HD feature, or it says it on the side when it locks
I can hear
into
when
that.
I can hear it when it gets clearer, and then HD2 is something else. HD3.
I think it was like a weird thing by the radio industry to hang on to relevance. I could say these kind of things because I have 99 days on my contract. And it was really a weird idea, and no one in cars seems to care. It's like, well, it's clearer than FM radio, or certainly clearer than AM radio, which is garbage city quality. But you know what's even better? A completely digital connection that has nothing to do with it. This person says, Tanya says, yes, C-Lane, I had to turn off my HD to hear you when I tried to run out earlier. Turn off the HD. SD. We're standard definition radio. We're bringing it back, baby. One at a time. Real quick, Savannah Guthrie and her family are sending a message to you. They want to send a message to you because you have largely forgotten all about what happened to the mother, Nancy Guthrie. And here's a series of statements that they have released. It says, statement from the Guthrie family. We are deeply grateful for the outpouring from neighbors, friends, and the people of Tucson, Arizona. We are all family now. We continue to believe as Tucsonians, or Tucsonans, and the greater Southern Arizona community that we hold the key to finding resolution in this case.
Tucsonans.
Someone knows something. It's possible a member of this community has information that they do not even realize is significant. We hope people search their memories, especially around the key timelines of January 31st and the early morning hours of February 1st, as well as the late evening of January 11th. So that's another important day, obviously. We desperately, Savannah Guthrie and her family say, ask this community for renewed attention to our mom's case. Please consult camera footage, journal notes, text messages, observations, or conversations that in retrospect may hold significance. No detail is too small. It may be the key. We miss our mom with every breath, and we cannot be in peace until she is home. We cannot grieve. We can only ache and wonder. Our focus is solely on finding her and bringing her home. We want to celebrate her beautiful and courageous life, but we cannot do that until she's brought to a final place of rest.
Oh.
That kind of sounds like they think she's dead, doesn't it?
Yes, for sure.
I think she's dead. Also, a lot of people have their clouds erased after 30 days. I don't know how much more footage you're going to be able to find.
Well, they didn't even have a lot of the footage to begin with. They had to get it out of the cameras themselves. We want to celebrate her beautiful and courageous life, but we cannot do that until she's brought to a final place of rest. Thank you for continuing to pray without ceasing. The Guthrie family, Cameron and Christine, Annie and Tomaso, and Savannah and Michael. So they're saying people have taken their focus off of Nancy Guthrie's case and they want your attention back. I don't know if you're going to give it to them. It seems like we've had no updates and the sheriff ain't helping. Do a press conference, Cowboy. Give us some information. Drop something. Tell us what the hell's been going on. It's why everybody packed up. It's why all the media outlets left. It's because we have a sheriff who goes, hey, this ain't working out for us. So if we just shut up, because I'm not good at these press conference things, then maybe the people will go away and forget that this was a giant failure. Bro, they stole an old lady in the middle of the night and got away with it? What the hell? Yeah, that's a failure. Yeah, that's a big, giant failure, I would say. But, you know, that's just me. Let me know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Oh, we're going to talk about this story that's had C-Lane's attention today. And I think some people will be right along with him. We'll talk about it. This is a big story that's popping off right now. And we also have Palm Beach Pete. He's got some more comments that are getting us back into gear with his story about looking like Epstein. We have more on what's happening with Iran, believe it or not. I'll blaze through that so you know what's going on just quickly. And a whole lot more. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Emergency crews is still working on clearing up an accident traveling on Florida's Turnpike northbound just after 192.
Dolmike. What's happening, friends? Dolmike is here. Fail. C-Lane is on. What am I on? Unless you're talking about Dolmike, of course. What's happening? Chatters. Nice to see you. Bootsy, Jason, Vicky, what's up? Hope everybody had a nice weekend. Lovely time. Mine was pretty chill. Though it was a struggle morning. Turn on my YouTube on my phone and notice the difference between phone and car. Well, every platform is a little different. What's up, Tanya? Can we get an on-screen counter of days left on Sean's contract? Sean could do that. You could probably put that in the thing. The thing that appears on the breaks. Busy ass weekend, Edie Beatty and MegaCon. I forgot MegaCon. I talked to some people that were out at Earth Day birthday. Said it was a good time. So good for JRR for that. But MegaCon, I forgot about. Who's at MegaCon this year? Let's see. I told you next week for Fritz on the Street 2 years ago. Maybe next week. MegaCon Orlando 2026. John Cena. Oh, Diego Luna, that's a good one. I loved Andor. If you even remotely like the Star Wars universe and you have not watched Andor, I don't know why you're missing. You need to watch it. It was just a really, really good series, and I miss it now that it's over. Orlando Bloom, Liv Tyler, okay, all right. John Carpenter, a lot of the Hobbit guys. Brendan Fraser, Alec Baldwin, all right. They got the youngest looking picture of William Shatner. Helen Hunt. I wonder how's she looking these days. I feel like I saw a picture of Helen Hunt recently, and I was like, that looks different than she used to look. Helen Hunt. Yeah, there's a picture of her recently where she was looking a lot older. She looks pretty good, Anamaka. All right, I'll take your word for it. William Shatner looked great. Cool. I just think it's funny that they're using this really young picture of him. Some K-pop Demon Hunters. That's big. Big.
Yeah,
Oh, the dude from Lost gets billing over Dean Norris from Breaking Bad? That's stupid. I would think Breaking Bad billing over Lost. But I mean, maybe this crowd would shift more Lost. But I don't know. Thomas Lennon. I think these guys get just like a ton of money. Canceled guest. One of them is Peggy the dog. That is an ugly looking dog. Stephen Root. I would have liked to see him. All right. We're coming back. Let's do the damn thing.
Go to millsair.com. Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had. This is the
now with us. Thank you so much. Make sure you stop by the brand new TNJ Chat 2.0. The link is up there on the website at thenewsjunkie.com. There's games. There's all sorts of fun stuff. It's a full featured. It's better than any other chat room on planet Earth. And if you want to get all old school, you can hit the little speaker button and unmute the sounds, and you'll get like old school chat sounds with the whole chat room, everything over there. It's a fun time. I want you to check it out and dive into the world of TNJ Chat 2.0 at thenewsjunkie.com/chat.
Can I roll dice? Can I roll fake dice in the TNJ chat like they used to have in AOL?
No. That's not yet, at least. There are lots of different things that you could do. They could fire off effects. There's games. People play Jeopardy and Family Feud in there. And you can at people. It's loaded up. So go check it out at thenewsjunkie.com. A story today, sad one, because this guy was pretty young, actually. I guess the owner of OnlyFans, you've heard of it, has died at 43 years old. OnlyFans owner Leo Radvinsky is dead at 43 years old.
Fatality.
He's a billionaire, and all that money didn't keep him alive, unfortunately. He had a long battle with cancer, passed away peacefully, according to his family. And one of the weirdest things is C-Lane did point out this, because
C-Lane was on OnlyFans.
The tribute videos are from people who are on his platform. So it's a little bit weird. I'm going to show you what's going on here.
Naked?
All right. Not necessarily naked, but here's one of the people paying respects to the CEO of...
Leo, the owner of OF, has passed away. I'm sending so much love and prayers that way. Because of that man, my life has completely changed.
This is a woman...
Insane.
Just for the folks listening or trying to listen on the radio signal.
Such a tiny head.
It's not that her head is tiny. It's that this woman has like comically large breasts.
Right.
And it's weird to be doing a little like an in memoriam to the OnlyFans guy like this. It's, you might say, distracting.
So I'm sending love and prayers all that way, and literally do not take life for granted. You are not guaranteed another day, another minute, nothing.
Well, no, they cut her off. Even TMZ didn't want to hear anymore. That was it. So she's one of the many people, the OnlyFans stars, who put out videos because the owner of the platform, Leo Radvinsky, has died. I guess OnlyFans will continue on and keep doing their thing. They make a lot of money. You know, do a lot of work.
Made that guy $4 billion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's a lot of cash right there. But RIP to the OnlyFans CEO. Let's see. We'll get to some of your emails here real quick. This is somebody with an email about the USPS kid. If you missed that, this was the postal worker, the mail guy, who was out there driving the mail truck and then shoved a 4-year-old to the ground and got arrested for it. Got arrested and is copping some charges for it. This person says, if I was delivering the mail and a 4-year-old was giving off harassing or biting vibes, I am going to yeet them, just like this person did. Somebody else says, I feel like recently you talked about the cleanliness of airplanes. Christy says, my daughter flew out of Las Vegas late last night and had a tough allergic reaction on a plane. Clearly, this illustrates the fact that the plane was not cleaned between flights. She got hives and her face got swollen and her hands were incredibly itchy.
Jeez.
So now we have to go to the next step with her, and she has to specifically ask for her seat to be cleaned before she even boards a flight, says Christy. Thank you for the email, Christy. That absolutely sucks. And I guess, yeah, maybe if they're not cleaning the flights as much, that could be a problem. Some other people, I hate that this is all airport stuff today, but it is. I told you off the jump. I was like, I am not escaping the plane junkie allegations today. I'm not. There's too much stuff going on at airports.
Here's Shannon.
A friend
with
of
the
ours
dispatch.
texted me and even wrote you an actual intro for the show that was all plain stories. So you
Was it
like three
That's
top
very
plain
nice of
stories. Yeah.
See, there's too many of them. That's what's happening.
We just
here.
need like a sad. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sad plain theme song, but we'll work on that.
Yeah,
for
the other one's a
tomorrow.
little too chipper for people dying, I guess. Let's go back to Shannon.
Hey, News Junkie.
Hey.
Shannon here. In regards to the person who showed up to MCO and had no TSA delays, I just read something yesterday about that. Apparently, MCO is one of 20 airports in the country right now that has privately contracted their screeners.
Is that true?
And that's why we're seeing pretty much zero impact as far as the government shutdown. Just thought you guys would like to know. Have a great day.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Shannon. I mean, even a place that has private screeners, if that were to be the case, is still not completely immune to anything, any kind of delays and stuff, because you have to rely on all of the other airports.
Didn't they say ICE? They were going to start sending some ICE agents. now?
There are ICE agents at it, which I was like, so there's not a budget for the ICE agents, but there's not a budget for the TSA agents, but there is a budget for the ICE people, I guess. This says ICE agents seen at the New Jersey airport, and it was to combat the hours-long TSA line. And then the ICE officers are right here walking through the airport.
So, are they
Which
helping,
I
or they're
love.
just walking around the airport?
I think they're just like arriving to work here at this airport to help out with the delays, because what I guess what they're doing apparently is the TSA workers, some of them have to work in security positions, and the ICE officers are taking over in the security positions to free them up to do the stuff that gets everybody through TSA faster. I think that's what's happening. I love how they do this, because sometimes you'll hear like ICE officers and you look like it's a black woman, like a black man. It's like a group of people that you probably, like a lot of people probably don't picture when you think about ICE officers. There's a very one-dimensional view of a lot of ICE officers. But yeah, that was in New Jersey. And I guess at some of these other airports, they're doing point for security. Here they are on CNN talking about what they're actually going to be doing, ICE officers at the airports.
Quote, if the radical left Democrats don't immediately sign an agreement to let our country, in particular our airports, be free and safe again, I will move our brilliant and patriotic ICE agents to the airports where they will do security like no one has ever seen before.
Or truth.
Now, in a subsequent post, he said that he instructed ICE agents to be ready by Monday. And now the president is saying that you, sir, are going to be in charge. How is that going to work? Are ICE agents going to move into American airports starting tomorrow, Monday?
Yes. And I'm currently working on the plan now of execution, working with
It's Tom Holman.
Holman, yeah. Administrator at TSA, the acting administrator. So we'll put together a plan today, and we'll execute tomorrow.
Okay, so there are a lot of questions here. First of all,
He doesn't look like he wants to answer any of them.
are ICE agents even remotely trained
Yes.
to handle security at airports?
ICE agents receive a high level of training. And, you know, the ICE agents are assigned at many airports across the country already. They do a lot of investigation, criminal investigation on smuggling at airports. But, you know, there's got TSA agents covering exits, you know, people that enter through the exits. You know, certainly a highly trained ICE law enforcement officer can cover an exit, makes people don't go through those exits.
So that's what he's saying. The ICE officers are doing security, and they're freeing up the TSA agents, I guess, to speed things up at some of these airports. Give me your thoughts on that. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. What else do we have here for you? Let me play the other Palm Beach Pete clip, because this one has 7.2 million views. And this was on his X account where he started this, and it says not _ Jeff Epstein. That's Palm Beach Pete, who looked like Jeffrey Epstein driving around in his convertible. And he's making more and more videos. I don't know how long this couple minutes of fame is going to last for him, but it's still going on for now.
Good morning, everybody. This is Palm Beach Pete.
Hi.
From Palm Beach, Florida. I want to thank everybody for the positive comments I got from saying I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just Palm Beach Pete. Going to play some tennis today. Going into town.
God, I'm
have
over
lunch.
it. Over the guy.
I'm so not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just me being
I'm
me.
still not Jeffrey Epstein.
I'm so not. Whatever it is, like this is why we don't give the. I mean, yes, he does, and I appreciate the first video that he gave out where he was in the same exact outfit, explaining that he's not Jeffrey Epstein. But now we're going to make a whole little social media character out of this.
Let me see. Let's see what else he said.
And it's a crazy phenomenon that has went really viral, and I really appreciate all the support. And just want to reiterate, I'm Peter from Palm Beach.
Peter.
I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. He's a very bad person.
I saw him at a party one time.
And he is dead. And I'm alive.
He says he's dead and I'm alive. Big old grin.
That's what real Jeffrey Epstein that didn't kill himself would say, huh?
Yeah. Bro, he has 21,000 followers so far.
At some point, Palm Beach Pete will go to the hairdresser and they'll be like, what can we do for you? And he'll have to make a choice. And I think I know what choice he's going to make. He's going to make the choice to continue to look like Jeffrey Epstein.
100%. Yes.
How long until he's on Cameo?
Nobody cared at
man.
all.
Palm Beach Pete cameo actually sounds kind of funny.
He might do well. Nobody cared at all until the video came out of him and somebody thought he was Epstein. So he's like leaning into it's all he's got. It's all he has going on.
That's not a lot to have, buddy. If that's all you've got is that you look like Jeff Epstein.
Yeah. He's saying that his Instagram got deplatformed. He's just over it. I mean, look, I'm just going through his posts for the last couple of days, and it's him in front of a bush. I'm still not Jeffrey Epstein. Him in front of the tennis match or the what's it called? I don't know much about tennis. The tennis net. Him in front of the tennis net on the tennis court saying all the same stuff over and over and over.
Oh.
People are following, though. There's a following 21,000 followers so far, including some people in the news that I see. We'll see what happens next with Palm Beach Pete. Good luck, buddy. It might be
He is
running out
dead.
for him.
I am not.
I'm alive. I'm still not him, he said. And in the, I love this, in the press run-up to the Project Hail Mary movie that was #1 at the box office this weekend, there somebody who started asking actual questions about space, and the person was like an astrophysicist, and I think our friend Ryan, what's his name? Ryan, not Ryan Murphy. What the hell's his name? From Ryan Gosling from Project Hail Mary. He doesn't exactly want to answer the science questions about this movie that he has going on, but they keep asking him. They're like, "What about that?" He's not very familiar with the actual science behind things. Here's how it went.
You know, you explained to Rocky in the film about relativity and time dilation.
Yeah.
Would you be able to explain relativity and time dilation to me
Not
now?
to you. No, why would I do that? Can you explain it? I just want everyone in the room to understand because like we're in the know, obviously.
Yeah.
So like, how would you explain it?
Well, how would you explain it?
Probably the same way you would. Like exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That space and time are relative, and it depends how fast you're traveling.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sure, that's the way I do it.
Oh my God. Why
We're
not?
on the same wavelength.
Are we twinning right now?
I don't know why they chose this interview or why this. Maybe this is like, is this like a NASA person or something that's interviewing them? It says Ryan Gosling chats with an astrophysicist. This is the person actually behind this.
As part of my video breaking down the real science in Project Hail Mary.
Oh, that's what she does, like breaking down the science in movies. So, God, we're so specific in the movie reviewer world now that you can watch movie reviews solely from the scientific perspective of Dr. Becky. That's the person who is behind all of this.
I don't mind that. You know, I think there would be interesting people that you could, would have a certain job where you would go, was that look real to you? Like, I think I would be super annoying to watch movies with Moses DeWitt. I'd be like, buddy, come on. They wouldn't do that, right?
What about this? What happened with this?
Huh?
I watch it and I go, I don't really care if it's not fully accurate to the science stuff. I don't.
The world we live in now.
It's not real that anybody's out there trying to save the sun across the solar system. Like that part's that. It's fiction, folks. Right? We lose track of that, but yeah, that's the reality of it. That it's actually fiction that we're dealing with here.
We want to know what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Let's get into one more. Here's somebody else talking about something that happened in Cleveland.
Good afternoon, News Junkie.
Hey.
Just wanted to share, I believe there was an incident at Cleveland Hopkins Airport as well, up here where I live. Not just LaGuardia. Not as bad as LaGuardia, but there was an incident here as well.
I didn't see anything about Cleveland. See if you can find something about what happened at Cleveland Airport. One more on this.
Vehicle collides with a Frontier plane at Cleveland Hopkins International Airport.
There was another one just like that?
What is happening today?
Planes versus vehicles? 2 plane versus vehicles incidents?
Yeah, this says authorities confirmed the aircraft was unoccupied at the time and no injuries were reported. A vehicle tug collided with a Frontier Airlines Airbus A321 at Cleveland Airport.
No one hurt.
Authorities responded to what they called a minor aircraft incident.
Okay, it's just weird that happened right around the same time. Mm-hmm. And one more on the airport front.
Happy Monday, junkies. I am dragging today right now.
You got it, buddy.
Had
Come on.
9:30 flight yesterday morning out of New Orleans. Figured I'd get there early because of TSA. Got there at 6. Completely missed my flight.
3.5
TSA
hours
line
early.
was out to the garage. I sent a picture on the dispatch. So instead of going through TSA, missing my flight, my buddy and I rented a car and drove from New Orleans back to Charlotte. 13 hours later, got home at 2 a.m. At work, and I am drained.
He was literally in the line I was playing the clip from earlier. Here's his photo dispatch is in that line at the New Orleans airport where they're backed up. He was 3.5 hours early, and he still missed his flight. That sucks.
I was talking with some friends over the weekend about what's been going on with traveling right now and how I feel like if I had a trip planned that was like just a long weekend, like I took off a Friday and a Monday and I was flying out somewhere, I would seriously reconsider like going or figuring out something more close to home that would be just because of how some of that stuff has been.
Yeah.
And if you only have a limited amount of time, you get kind of screwed. Also, I definitely wouldn't be doing any traveling right now without travel insurance because it seems like a lot of people are having to rebook stuff, having to pivot.
Stuff that's like completely canceled. They're like, we didn't even rebook you. They're like, here's your money back. Good luck.
Yeah.
Wipe your hands of it.
The craziest thing is that we often think, oh, all right, well, my flight, is canceled like this guy. And then I'll just drive. Like I'll just drive with some friend and we'll get to this destination. And we forget how great air travel is for that exact reason. Like air travel, you can go from, I remember one time we were flying into Orlando from New Orleans. All right, we're coming across the Gulf and we're flying into Orlando Airport. And they said, I don't think we're going to be able to land. The weather is too rough. And I'm like, we're 30 minutes away. Just land the plane. It's going to be fine. It's not even raining that bad. They're like, I don't think we can do it. The weather's not that bad. And then they came back on and they go, guess what, folks? Good news. We are cleared for landing. We are going to be landing at the airport. We are cleared for landing. I go, oh, yeah, I'm excited. And then they came back on and they go, nope, we have been uncleared. We now have to go across to Jacksonville, and we're going to be landing in Jacksonville. And Courtney and I would land in Jacksonville, and we go, okay, this is annoying. We have to wait for like an hour and a half for another flight to get back home. How much would it cost for a vehicle, and how long would it take? And then you realize, you're like, oh, my God, it took us 20 minutes to get here, but to fly or to drive, it'll be like an hour and a half or 2 hours or something. And you realize that is when everybody notices, man, it's really nice that we're able to fly these places because it cuts a lot of the time out. And right now, that time is being elongated by the TSA not having enough staff, people not wanting to show up because they're not even guaranteed to get paid. It's just a catastrophe at a bunch of these airports, at least at the moment. So we'll take any final notes on that. When we come back, I want to get into a couple of things in the sports world. Yeah, that's right. The sports world. Wait till you hear this. Something that happened at a basketball game that is definitely of interest, that if you haven't heard about, wait till you hear the details on this, because it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Not too many traffic issues to report at this hour. However, if you are traveling on Florida's Turnpike northbound Osceola County, there's a crash there after 192. Left lane is blocked. Crew still trying to clean that up. However, again.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. 2 segments left before we wrap it up. You know what's crazy, chat? It is so crazy to me that I think as of yesterday, every March Madness bracket was broken. Isn't that crazy to think about? Like, how many people fill out March Madness brackets? Millions? Millions of people fill out these March Madness brackets. They all have different ideas of who's going to win. There's only so many options. They can all choose all kinds of different things. And all of them are busted. Isn't that crazy to consider? Like, as wild to think about.
And get the entire LG kitchen you've been dreaming of. Because trust me, at Southeast Steel, you get the best deal.
Don't talk about that, it's rude. Too bad. It's so like the mathematical equation of a March Madness bracket, and AI can't get it right, and all the human beings who try to guess it, nobody thinks outside the box enough to go like, I'm going to pick a bunch of weird shit. That's so crazy to me. ESPN alone had 26 million. So many people picked the Gators because they were number 1 in the bracket, but number 7 overall. It's just so wild. It was Virginia that busted the final remaining brackets. Like, I would have just thought that somebody said, okay, well, I don't think Florida's going to win. I'm going to pick the team going up against University of Florida. But a couple of those weird wins, and every single bracket is busted. What is easier to do, stats-wise? Is it easier to win the lottery or have a perfect NCAA bracket? Which one is easier? To win the lottery, are your chances better, or to have a perfect bracket? I feel like it might be better odds to win the lottery. Yeah, lottery? I really think it might be better odds to win the lottery. No one has ever had a perfect bracket? Somebody use TNJAI in chat and ask. You do exclamation point TNJAI space and then ask it any question. It's another feature of the chat room. TNJAI is alive in the chat room. Katie says, I'm from Iowa originally. Well, congratulations. It's more difficult to have Sean win Fritz on the Street. Well, that's just obviously not true. I have won Fritz on the Street this year. Couple of minutes and we're back live. Oh, you were so close. There you go. What is more likely to win the lottery or to have a perfect March Madness bracket? TNJAI says winning the lottery is generally more likely than having a perfect bracket. Oh, now they're all using TNJAI in chat. Is Sean a goober? What? Now you're abusing the AI. I giveth, but I can taketh away. All right? I can taketh away. 2 minutes and we're back live, baby. Meanwhile, Nightbot is just completely broken over there. Nightbot can't even do Magic 8 Ball. We got Predicto over on TNJ chat. You could do exclamation point Predicto and then ask Predicto a question. Ha! Take that, Ardeneth. That's not how you spell Predicto. Is Sean having lunch today? I can't provide specific details about Sean's lunch plan. Spoiler alert, I am. Sticky rice, grilled chicken, sriracha, and 1 bag of pretzels every day for lunch. It's a very, very easy, delicious, fantastic lunch, and I love it.
I was ordering food from our usual place for the big meeting. My VP said, please God, no. For workplaces suffering with corporate catering,
It's the best of the best.
every day it's a struggle.
TNJAI, will I ever get married? The AI told you to focus on personal growth and building connections. Love finds you when you least expect it. TNJAI, big brain take. The big brain take. All of this is going on the newsjunkie.com/chat. After the stream, you can continue to hang out there. There's breaking news bots. There's all sorts of stuff.
It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes.
Raids? Raids on TNJ chat? What? Stand by.
The pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
It all started with a bracket full of dreams. And soon, one team will cut down the nets. College hoops are in the spotlight and have everyone talking.
You think you know what's going to happen, but it never goes as scripted.
Lock in Fox Sports Radio is your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app for the hottest takes, biggest interviews, and complete coverage. Plus, binge on-demand podcast for more coverage like Good Game with Sarah Spain.
Basketball, and more basketball.
Search college basketball on the iHeartRadio app and listen now.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is...
Oh, big news on the way, too. Learn more about the show. Come hang out. Spend some time, if you will. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. Sports. I got a couple of things for you in this world. And one of them that I find so weirdly interesting is because of only a handful of twists that they've had since March Madness started, every single bracket is busted. Every March Madness bracket. And that's so crazy to think about.
Yeah, Florida's out, right?
Florida's out, and a lot of people had Florida going a long way. And there's a couple of other surprises that have happened during March Madness. And because of those surprises, all of the brackets are busted. Like tens of millions of brackets are busted. It's just crazy to me how the odds work on that.
You guys bracketed up at all?
No.
Okay,
I wouldn't even know what to do. I don't even know any of the teams or anything. I watch it and I make my commentary watching these games is good for no one. I watched the game the other day and I think it was North Carolina playing.
UCF, North Carolina? No. UCLA.
Maybe. I don't know what team it was even. It was women's NCAA March Madness basketball. All right. It was on the TV. And I look up to the TV and I said, these people are stupid. And it was because the team was trying to get all the fans in the stands to wear their teal colored shirts.
Okay.
Which could be a fun idea. Everybody's wearing the same color shirt. And then the team you're playing is like, whoa, look at all the supporters from this team that's here. We're really outnumbered. Great, right?
But the problem was they had teal seats at the stadium. So it just
all the
looked
fans
like,
came dressed like empty seats.
Like
yeah,
floating heads.
It looked like nobody was there. You know, it was like women's basketball game. Look, nobody ever watches these things. There's nobody at the women's basketball game. It looked like empty seats absolutely everywhere. That's the kind of stuff that pulls in my attention when I'm watching these
The
kind of
UCF
events.
game, very good. I'll tell you that. I watched it over the weekend, and a lot of people were rooting, and it was down to like 0.5 seconds, in which it was very close, and then became very sad.
Oh, did they lose? They ended up losing?
Yeah, and then what? That was the first, I think, Florida team to go. Then by the end of the weekend, all Florida teams are out. Brackets busted.
Brutal. It's so crazy, though. Like, not one person had said, I'm going to do the unthinkable. Well, I'm going to choose for Florida to lose, and I'm going to choose for this game to go this way. Like, nobody?
It doesn't seem like there would be a lot of combinations. Like, you think you could cover all of them? But it says there are 9.22 quintillion unique possible combinations for a standard 64-team March Madness bracket.
Isn't that crazy? That, to me, that just blows my mind for some reason. You look at the bracket and you go, everybody in the world is going to figure this out because there's only so many possibilities. But in reality, there's quintillion?
Yeah. It's 9 quintillion would be 9 and 18 zeros after it.
That's a lot, okay? So it's harder to win a March Madness bracket, a perfect bracket, than it is to win Powerball.
Yes.
Weird.
It seems like it.
Yeah. But to me, it doesn't seem like it should be.
It's harder to win it randomly. Like a lot of people fill out their brackets based on, you know, the seeding of the teams and how good their players are and how bad some of them suck.
Sports.
Yeah, I don't know anything about any of it, but I just know the numbers are crazy to me. It's just crazy. Let's stay in the world of basketball. Let's go into the San Antonio Spurs world, everybody. Yeah, indeed. The Spurs have had to address a situation because an older lady was at the San Antonio Spurs game.
Yeah, basketball.
And this brings up some good questions that I want to ask. Let me bring up the report here. All right, here's the report talking about what happened.
Fans are getting ready for tonight's big game with a sour taste in their mouth after a video from Thursday night's game has gone viral and sparking controversy. In that, the camera person zooms in on the phone of a woman.
Okay, you can see on this woman's phone because she's got text that's quite big on her phone, all zoomed in.
Oh my gosh. She's got the big old lady text.
She's got the old lady text all zoomed in on her phone, and it says, viral video sparks outrage from San Antonio Spurs fans. Her phone texts say, a lot of crazy Hispanic fans. That's one of them. And the next message is, all Hispanic. How can they even afford? And then I can't see what else the lady's typing, but something about not being able to afford the game or something?
Sitting in front of them, you can see a text thread.
How can they afford it?
A lot of crazy Hispanic fans, to which the woman types out, all Hispanics, how can they afford it? Well, that struck a nerve online. News for San Antonio's Joey
How can the Hispanics even afford this? What's brought them out in such numbers?
Ass text. I could see by her haircut and the way that she's just using her index finger to type all of the giant text. Exactly how she feels about the Hispanics.
Let me tell you, normally I would say, mind your own damn business. Stop it. People are just texting and chatting with other people. Jesus, you get thought police, all these people. Don't type this, don't type that. But if your messages are this big on your phone, you deserve what's coming to you. This, like, get the Samsung phone that hides things or something.
It's just a phone screen protector. Just got one for the laptop.
You could read
or
this
don't be racist.
You could read this from 6 rows back. You could read from 6 rows back that this lady is saying a lot of crazy Hispanic fans. All Hispanic, how can they afford it?
And joins us now with how the team is responding tonight.
What are they
saying? There will be any potential consequences.
Oh, no, are they going to boot the old lady? They probably are, aren't they?
Person involved.
Yeah, Darian, this video has...
Sean on YouTube says, one of the players responded, and it's like going to Boston and complaining about all the white people. Is that what the player actually said? Is that what one of them said?
Spread like wildfire. And we do have some differing perspectives, but I want to start with what the Spurs have to say. The team released this statement. All of us in the Spurs organization are proud to live in San Antonio, a city that shines and thrives because of the culture and contributions of our Latino community. inclusion is a foundation for the San Antonio Spurs, and
blah, blah,
we strive to provide an environment that celebrates belonging and respect, regardless of race and ethnicity. Now, many fans are praising that response, but some say it's not quite enough.
Oh, what else? What do you want? They want the lady booted, don't they?
Boot
they
her.
do.
Boot
they
her.
want this lady booted. Okay. Oh, here's the Karenocracy online responding, because the Spurs respond and they're like, obviously this is terrible. Obviously we don't like this. Obviously we're about uniting the community. Blah, 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 but somebody's mad.
Well, posts and comments calling on the team to ban the woman in the video from future games, like Lena Longoria, who says, as a Hispanic fan, this is beyond disappointing, and anyone who openly disrespects fans like that should never be allowed to purchase a ticket again.
They don't even know who she is.
Felt differently, saying the person who recorded the video is the problem and that they invaded the woman's privacy, zooming in on her text.
Oh, is that going to be a neighbor?
Yeah.
I'll tell you who the real bad guy is here. It's actually the person who's filming all of this. They're saying that they want the person to be banned. They don't know who this person is. It's a lady.
They might be able to figure it out.
Ban her.
You see it from over her shoulder. It's like it's from her back. You can't even see her face. They don't know who this lady
Jonathan
is.
Patrick shares that sentiment. So he was saying that while he does not agree with what she says, and he is a Latino himself, free speech is free speech. It's ugly, but it's her own phone. Now, we have reached out to the San Antonio Spurs to see if they have any plans to do a ban or any other type of consequence for this woman. But so
like the
far,
caption
we
on the
have
video.
not heard back.
Can you imagine if this old lady doesn't watch any of the coverage or anything? And she's like, we had a great time at the Spurs game the other night.
I bet it was a Hispanic who filmed that.
And you're like, Nancy, did you see the coverage? Have you seen what's been going on? No, what happened? Oh, God. Your phone did you in. I told you the Karens are all over the place. They filmed this woman doing this. All I could see is she has an old lady short haircut. She is a white woman, apparently, I guess. That could still make you Hispanic, though. But I'm guessing by the text messages that she's sending over that maybe she is not. It just doesn't seem that way. But I don't think we know her. Maybe they talk about it. Maybe they dox her here at the end.
Meantime, one thing is certain. This incident has not slowed down Spurs fans.
Somebody's changed their name to Crazy Hispanic Spurs Fan on Twitter. They actually
one bit. Some are even embracing it, saying they are proud to be a crazy Hispanic Spurs fan. They've started making merch about it. So safe to say the Spurs still have lots of people cheering.
It's so crazy how all this stuff cycles through now. It's like incident happens, goes viral, merch sold, mob tries to get the person. Some people go, well, actually, I agree with her. It's just here's the lesson, folks. No matter what you're texting, just understand that if you have your text zoomed in this much, or even if just in general, that people are probably going to read what's on your phone.
For sure.
All right? Like it's you just have to act like it's going to be public to everybody.
Also, need to dispel this rumor. She was not texting me, despite the phone being sent to the phone said Chris at the top.
It does indeed. Yeah. It says Chris.
Well, it wasn't me, guys.
Could have been, though. It's like, and Celine's like, oh my God.
No, C-Lane was a Hispanic lover.
Glad I didn't go to the game if there was that many Hispanics there, is what Celine's response was after this.
No.
Couldn't see him. Quick break. When we come back, we'll get into the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today learn to wrap everything up for a Monday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
So intermittent explosive disorder.
Okay, that's not even what I have.
Let her go. It involves repeated, sudden episodes of impulsive, aggressive, violent behavior or angry verbal outbursts in which you react grossly out of proportion to the situation.
What is that?
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Monday, we are going to be expecting another beautiful day. Temperatures will be warming into the mid-80s for highs, the high of 85 degrees in Orlando. Enjoy it while it's here, though, because we are going to be expecting some pretty big changes on the way throughout the next couple of days, involving increasing shower and storm chances. We'll have about a 50% chance of some midday and afternoon showers and storms for tomorrow. These will linger into our Wednesday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/credit card.
Folks, often asked by people who love the show, they're like, hey, what's the best thing I can do to support you and what you're doing and all the efforts on the show? That is supporting our long-standing sponsors. These are the companies that step up and they put their money where their mouth is and they want to get to you, the audience. So if you're a homeowner, support the sponsors, support Mills Air. You're going to love your experience with them. They have the best technicians around. They've been doing this since 1992. They got it down. They know what they're doing right now. They're a Carrier factory authorized dealer. They are amazing. So if you have a problem with your AC, don't panic. Instead, call Mills Air at 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Orlando's. Hello. Rate the show, everybody. Rate the show. We've reached the end. The final segment is upon us. And somebody is going to get chatter of the day. Will it be you? We're about to find out. Nice. This is for my lunch? Screamin' Sicilian BOGOs. Not a sponsor. Good, though. I'll take 2 for lunch.
That's too much.
2, the whole thing. Can you get me Today I Learned? Rate the show out of 10. 8.3 OnlyFans eulogy strings out of 10. 10 out of 10 Jews. 10 out of 10 Jews, lady. Thoughts on that? Lady, do you want to win chatter of the day? You think you're chatter of the day, lady? I give you the chatter of the day trophy? Congratulations. Congratulations. Big dope. 10 out of 10 airplane stories. 9.5 out of 10 screaming Sicilians. 10 out of 10 tossels. Tossels. Thank you.
Lady, you gonna do the last segment?
No, we're not getting a cheese. We can't do a cheese ball every time. These things are so stale.
That's also at Publix.
No, these things are just going to break her teeth eventually. There you go. See you later. Who's our chatter of the day? Huh? Nominations for chatter of the day. Lady? No. 8 out of 10 Celine Dion lookalikes. Just realized I don't have an eraser for my wife. It's going to end up on my finger here. Our chatter of the day. No, not Palm Beach Pete. No. Screw him. Screw him. Instead, chatter of the day is going to be, they said he couldn't do it. They said it couldn't be done. They said, why would you even try, man? Just stop trying. You're never going to get chatter of the day. Even though you're on YouTube, where you're hanging out with some pretty great people who hopefully are hitting the like button on the way out of the show today. But he said, no, I will persist. I will be a fan of the news junkie. And his comments today have earned him the spot on the You're the Best trophy. Chatter of the day is Ralph on YouTube. You did it, Ralph. You did it. Congratulations. Ralph is the chatter of the day. I knew it could be done, despite what the haters said. Never listen to the haters, Ralph. Congratulations. All right, folks. Head on over to thenewsjunkie.com/chat to keep the party going. All right. Just to check. Head on over to thenewsjunkie.com/chat. Almost to 13,500 messages. It's a blast over there. Go meet some people. It's addictive. Go check it out. thenewsjunkie.com/chat. Stay gold.
Pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in my garage over 15 years ago to make custom blinds easy and affordable for everyone. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the
Didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. Thanks for being with us, folks. It's been a blast, and we are just getting started. We're here to do this each and every day, going through everything viral here on planet Earth, the world's, universe's really greatest reality show. And on the way out, we don't have a lot of time, unfortunately. Not much changing in Iran, but I guess there was a 5-day pause in attacks on energy sites. Trump says we're talking with somebody over in Iran. Iran said no at first. We weren't talking. Iran has a lot of issues going on inside the country with people not being able to get money at banks, et cetera, et cetera. But so far, no real big changes in that world. I'll keep you updated as that story develops. Right now, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, March 23rd, 2026. And let's get out of here. Today I Learned this group right here.
Ohio Players.
Nice work, sir. The Ohio Players is correct. Today I learned of the urban legends surrounding these guys. They did the song Love Roller Coaster too, the Ohio Players. During an instrumental break in that song, there's a loud shriek that can be heard where somebody believed a person was being stabbed during the recording, and the band took a vow of silence so that no one ever would talk about it so they would sell more records.
Unsolved murder?
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you over on The News Junkie.